Hello and welcome to WCBN FM Ann Arbor's live broadcast of Michigan hockey. Before we get started with this game, we'd just like to issue a sincere wish of well-being to everybody in France right now. They've been involved in a devastating terrorist attack. We encourage everybody out there to stay safe and hope that any of your loved ones in the area are okay and doing well. All right, so back to the hockey at hand. Today, the Michigan Wolverines take on the Niagara University Purple Eagles here at Yost Ice Arena. Niagara comes into this game winless. The Wolverines come in with a record of 4-1-1. They have had a series of back-and-forth affairs. Today, look to get a win against a team that, by all means, they should win. Starting in net today for the Wolverines, Steve Racine, the goaltender position, a bit of a controversy for this Michigan hockey team. But they have decided to go with Racine today. It is Military Appreciation today, so we're taking a little moment before we get to the puck drop, or a ceremonial puck drop at center ice. And Jeremy, what should we expect out of the Niagara Purple Eagles today?
Niagara, not a high-powered attacking team. Haven't chalked up a win yet this season, only averaging 1.6 goals per game in those 7 matchups so far, allowing 4 goals per game. Really going to need to focus in on what they can do defensively to stop this Wolverines attack, and the Wolverines themselves defensively going to have to figure out how they can help Steve Racine in net tonight. It's been a little bit shaky thus far on the defensive end, allowing 7 goals to Robert Morris in 2 games last weekend. Going to be a tough one for the Wolverines tonight, but we'll see how they do.
Well, looks like we are about ready to get going here at Yost Ice Arena. Not a packed house tonight, but still pretty full. The children of Yost occupying the student section to its fullest extent. The Wolverines tonight, in the first period, will be going left to right across your radio dial. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm Morris Fabry alongside Jeremy Parks, and you're listening to WCBN FM Ann Arbor's live broadcast of Michigan hockey. Niagara, wearing their purple and white jerseys, will be going from right to left. The starting lineup for the Michigan Wolverines looks like it is going to be J.T. Comfer, Zach Werenski on defense, Alex Kyle, Michael Downing. The last man on the ice for the Maize and Blue will be Tyler Mott. On the ice starting for the Niagara Purple Eagles on defense, number 7, Nick Cecere, number 3, Vinny Muto. On the attack for Niagara will be number 8, Sam Renneker, number 15, Tanner Lomsness, and number 14, Patrick Conti. The players circling, getting ready to go here at Yost Ice Arena. We are ready to play some hockey. J.T. Comfer will open, facing off against Renneker. Puck is dropped. Comfer wins it back to Downing, and we're underway. Downing to Werenski, diagonally up to Mott. Up ahead to Comfer. Comfer on a breakaway. He shoots, and it's saved by the goalie, Joe O'Brien. Comfer with a wide-open shot from the slot. Now the puck on the stick of Lomsness going the other way, fighting Werenski for it. Kicks it into the Wolverines zone. Chases it behind the net, leaves it off for Renneker, back to the right point to Muto. Muto tries a shot, blocked down. Comfer whacks it back toward the point. Mott picks it up. Diagonal pass across ice to Kyle. Ricochets right toward the goalie O'Brien, who picks it up and right off a face-off the Wolverines with a tic-tac-toe passing play to get Comfer free in front of the net. Just could not bury it.
What a good job by J.T. Comfer to get open, and what a better job by Joe O'Brien with the pad save to keep Niagara from going down just seconds into this one.
Nieves, Connor, and Selman on the ice. Nieves wins the face-off to Connor, back to the left point to DeYoung. DeYoung throws a shot on net, and it's saved easily by O'Brien.
DeYoung was looking for Selman there for a little redirect in front of net, unable to get it.
And now the Wolverines will face off from their left attacking circle. Nicholas Boca, the left defenseman right now for the Wolverines.
High-powered offense early.
Face off back to Boca at the left point, dumps it down behind the net. Selman tracks it down. Gets it back to the right point to DeYoung. DeYoung throws a shot on net. It goes high and wide. Nieves trying to track down the rebound, trying to whack it away, but Sean King comes up with it for Niagara, plays it ahead to Darian Plouffe. Plouffe chasing it down into the right corner in the Wolverine zone, bodied up there by DeYoung, fighting for the puck. DeYoung takes it off of him. Skates behind Racine. Turns with it. Passes it into the air over to Boca. Boca whiffs on a pass, gets his pocket picked by Plouffe, who throws a shot wide to the net. DeYoung tracks down the rebound unopposed. Niagara and Michigan getting line changes. DeYoung over to Boca. Boca's pass up the ice deflected, but makes its way into the zone. Marodi chasing it down. Warren has it behind the net now for the Wolverines. Into the right corner, puck played out to Calderon. Down low to Warren, back to the right point to Joseph Ciccone. Saccone across to Martin. Martin pass to the slot under the stick of Brendan Warren. Goes behind the net. Calderon picks it up. Skates out toward that left circle. Plays it back to Martin. Fakes a shot. Passes it down low. Now pass out to the slot to Calderon. Tries a shot. And O'Brien saves it. That shot was directly at the goalie, Joe O'Brien. Some good chances for the Wolverines here with 18-18 to go in the first period.
Definitely creating good looks. Tony Calderon with a wide open shot in the crease in front of net. Just unable to do anything with it. Wolverines look dangerous on the attack early, though, tonight.
Stewart, Connor Danks, the attackers for the Wolverines. Cutler, Martin, and Saccone, the defenders, face off in the left attacking circle against Phil Nasca. Face off won by the Wolverines, but bit of a violation of some sort, so we'll reset. Now Stewart wins it back to Martin. First time slap shot deflected by O'Brien. Pass, the breakout pass intercepted by Danks, who dumps it down behind the net to Stewart. Stewart bodied up there by Cecere. Played it back toward the right corner. Puck picked up by Niagara. Tried to clear it, but Saccone kept it in at the right point. Plays it down low to Connor. Holds it up. Takes his time. Tries to dump it down low to Stewart. His pass deflected, taken away by Muto, who flicks it up down the ice and into the Wolverines' right defensive corner. Werenski tracks it down. No icing. Takes his time behind Racine. Cuts to his right, plays a pass up the right side to Connor, past his own blue line across center ice. Kyle Connor now gains the zone, bodied up from behind. Picking up the puck is Stewart, passes off the boards to himself. He is rattled against the boards there by Luke Edwards. Puck trickles out to Werenski at the left point. Werenski tries a shot, loses the puck, and now going the other way is Edwards. Edwards gains the zone, guarded by Werenski, skates behind the net, bodied up by Downing, loses the puck, but now it trickles out to the left point. Larry Smith tries a shot, deflected, and now going the other way is Alex Kyle. Plays a soft pass up to Tyler Mott, who is leveled by Kevin Patterson, loses the puck into the Wolverines' attacking zone. It's picked up there by Niagara. Breakout pass for Plouffe is intercepted and taken away. Nick Boca now has it skating into his own zone, plays it back to Sam Piazza, now up the right side to Alex Kyle. Back to Boca at the blue line. Boca over to center ice, diagonal pass up ahead to Comfer, but offside at the other side, the far side of the ice, is Justin Selman skating into the zone, so we will see a face-off outside the Wolverines' attacking zone.
Michigan looking a little bit uncomfortable on defense to start. Got to take care of the puck better in their own zone. But the forecheck not looking terrible so far.
It'll be Nieves, Connor, and Selman facing off with 16:53 to go in the first. Extracurricular activity on the side of the face-off circle closest to center ice. Patrick Conti and Justin Selman getting tangled up. Nieves faces off against Renneker. Renneker wins it back for Niagara. Conti plays it across, and now with the puck is Keegan Harper. Pass up to Lomsness is deflected into the Wolverine zone. Racine plays it behind his own net. Tries to shovel it along the boards. It's picked up by Lomsness. Sent around the net to the other side, the other point, and Kovacic throws a shot on net. It goes wide, and the net is knocked off of its moorings by a careless Niagara Purple Eagle. So we will have a face-off in the Wolverines' defensive zone. 16:32 to go here in the first period.
Again, after that play, Patrick Conti getting into it with Nicholas Boca. Conti making several pokes on the Wolverines defensively. Maybe trying to drum something up here, get a little emotion stirring for Niagara. Trying to bring whatever they can into this game to get fired up.
Nick Farmer faces off against Blue Nieves in the right attacking circle for Niagara. Puck played back into the right corner. Boca chases it down, plays it around the net to Connor. Connor up the near side, loses the puck. Boca taps it back forward. Puck bouncing around near center ice. Boca skates up ahead, lifts a stick, and comes up with the puck, dumps it behind the net. Chasing it down is Cecere, whacks it along the boards, picked up by Ryan Kuhn, played out to the middle to Farmer. Nick Farmer with some speed, gains the zone for Niagara, up along that far side, throws a backhand shot off the side of the net. Puck tied up behind the net. Steven Pietrabon gets checked, knocked down by Saccone, who now has the puck for the Wolverines. Saccone, diagonal pass up the right side to Warren. Warren skates toward the middle, but lost the puck. Farmer clears it out of the zone. Calderon chases it, tracks it down, dumps it in. Cecere intercepts the dump, plays it across ice to Muto, who sends a long high pass up the ice. It bounces towards Saccone, who picks it up, plays it across to Martin. Martin up ahead to Warren. Tied himself up with the puck, plays a pass across to Calderon in the right circle. Calderon throws a pass to the slot, no one there. Marodi tracks down the rebound, plays it back over to Warren. Warren in the left corner, tied up, loses the puck. Now Marodi fighting forward in the slot, plays it to Calderon. Calderon a shot, blocker save by O'Brien. Rebound tracked down by Warren, plays a bouncing puck over to Marodi. Marodi tied up in the left corner, over to Warren. Pucks and bodies skating around, and now Marodi, a short side shot on net, tough angle, and it is saved by Joe O'Brien. The shot 7-0 in favor of the Wolverines. Still scoreless on the scoreboard here with 15:10 to go in the first period.
Another good look there again for Tony Calderon a moment ago. He's been all over the ice in the offensive zone so far. Not able to capitalize on those opportunities yet.
It'll be Stewart facing off in the left attacking circle against Darian Plouffe. Stewart ties it up, skates forward, but Keegan Harper comes up with the puck and plays it up the boards. Deflects off the hand of Sean King. Pass toward the Michigan zone by Cutler Martin is taken away by Kovacic, but he struggles getting the puck out of the zone. Now Danks tracks it down, plays it back to Ciccone at the right point, plays it over to Martin. Lofted pass down low, bounces around toward the left corner. Danks fighting for it, plays it back to the left point to Martin. Tries to dump a pass down low. Keegan Harper comes up with it, plays it around the net and up the left side to Luke Edwards. Edwards skating up the near side, dumps it into the Wolverine zone. Bouncing puck trickles right into the glove of Steve Racine, who picks it up and holds for a faceoff.
Definitely some more extracurriculars yet again down there. Looks like Sean King getting into it with Cutler Martin after the play. Niagara really, you would think, trying to drum up whatever they can to get some emotion behind this game. They haven't chalked up a win yet this season. You'd really got to think they're trying to pull out all the stops for a big signature win against the Wolverines tonight.
Yeah, college hockey always a chippy game. You can always rely on some sort of extracurricular activity after the puck has been frozen. After all, it is college, and these kids are all about their extracurricular activities and whatnot. Meanwhile, on our other WCBN YouTube channel, you can tune into Michigan basketball. Their showdown with Northern Michigan just went into halftime. Adam Brodnax, Dalton Pataki, and Cody McKay are on that game. Again, that is WCBN Sports 2, our second channel. Make sure to subscribe to this one while you're here. And also follow us on Twitter at WCBN Sports.
That Michigan team up 36-26 at half against Northern Michigan.
Reneker faces off against Comfer in the left circle of the defensive zone for the Wolverines. Puck drop, bounces around, still in that left circle. Comfer whacks it back toward the point, picked up by Conti, throws a soft shot wide of the net, picked up by Werenski. Werenski up the boards to Kyle, deflects it toward the middle of Comfer. Comfer knocks it toward his stick with his skate, and skating up the near side, Tyler Mott well offside before Comfer could get there. Maybe a miscommunication, but to me that seems just a lack of awareness by Tyler Mott.
Absolutely, and Comfort was struggling for the puck. Maybe Mott thinking he was going to have to get on defense and try and make a poke check faster than he anticipated.
It'll be Comfort facing off now against Reneker just outside the Wolverines attacking zone. Reneker wins it back to Saucier, over to Muto, back to Saucier in the center of his defensive zone. Passed off the boards, deflected up in the air by Werenski. Bouncing puck, picked up by Comfort in the defensive zone. Played it back to Muto, who flung it into the Wolverine zone. Puck goes behind the net, both sides getting a change. Werenski, a long pass up the near side to Kyle. Kyle gains the zone, holds the puck, plays it toward the middle to Comfort. Comfort on his backhand, ladles a pass into Downing, but it's knocked away. Comfort tracks down, plays it back to DeYoung, back skiing into his own zone. Plays it across to the far side to Comfort. Tries to play a pass to DeYoung, deflected in the air. Downing gloves it, bounces it down to his own stick. Plays it up to Comfort. Comfort up the middle to Kyle. Kyle struggles with the pass over to Mott, who dumps it back behind Niagara's net. O'Brien goes out to play it. Coming up with the puck now, Ryan Kuhn skates behind his own net toward the far side. Leaves off a pass, a miscommunication. Puck on the stick of Pietrobon. Now a pass off the boards up the right side to Farmer. Farmer, a slap shot saved by Racine. Puck deflects behind the net. DeYoung tried to pass out in front of his own net. It's deflected and taken away by Pietrobon. Now Kuhn at the left point, his pass deflected. Nieves comes up with the puck near the center circle. Dumps the pass toward the left side. Selman fighting for it. It's back at the left point to Piazza. Dumps it down low to Nieves. Nieves turns with it. Cuts backhand pass into the slot. Selman at his stick lifted puck back toward the left point. Piazza tried a shot. Now a pass. Other side of the net. Connor a shot. And he scores! Kyle Connor into an open net. O'Brien just a little tardy getting across the crease. And Sam Piazza's pass probably bounced off about 3 different sticks and bodies, but finally landed on the stick of Kyle Connor, who made no mistake, giving Michigan a 1-0 lead here in the first period.
And that's what happens when you put bodies in front of nets. You get lucky redirects, find yourself with an open face of goal, and that's just too easy for Kyle Connor. Thankfully so, Michigan not looking their best on defense thus far, getting their bodies in front of Niagara, allowing the Purple Eagles' offensive front to get in behind them, and it's created a few opportunities for Niagara. But nonetheless, a good goal from Kyle Connor.
Saucier off the faceoff, skates into the Wolverine zone, throws a shot on net, saved by Racine. Edwards tracks down the rebound for Niagara, skates behind Racine. bodied up by Martin. He loses the puck. It trickles back out toward the near side. Sasir fights Calderon for it. Calderon wins it, plays it up ahead to Marodi. A 2-on-2 now for the Wolverines. Marodi gains his own, stops with it, turns, finds Calderon across the ice. He throws a tight angle shot on net, blocked aside. Calderon picks up his own rebound. Back to the right point to Saccone, to the point to Martin. Shot deflected, saved by O'Brien, and now going the other way is Niagara. Plouffe a pass toward the center circle, and King will just dump it into the Wolverine zone. Niagara gets a change, perhaps tossing away an advantage while they do so. Saccone, a long lofted pass up the ice, and that's going to bounce all the way down to the boards behind O'Brien for an icing. Unwise play there by Justice Saccone, maybe just misjudged his strength in lofting that one down the ice.
Michigan almost going up 2-0 there a moment ago. Couldn't find Warren in front of net for the redirect, but a good pad save, close to a toe save from Joe O'Brien.
Now the face-off fought for, and looks like we're going to redo the face-off here in the left attacking circle. It was Phil Naska facing off against the Wolverines' Cooper Marodi. Now Matt Deneen will step into the circle, and the Wolverines attempt to get a change, but the refs tell them, no, you can't do that right now. Marodi facing off against Deneen in the left attacking circle for Niagara. Puck one back toward the net. Martin flips it up in the air. Rebound tracked down by Naska, fights for it, loses it to Saccone. Saccone skates behind Racine, plays a pass up the far side to Warren. Warren lofted pass toward the center circle, picked up there by Larry Smith for Niagara, who passes it off Deneen, stick into the zone. Martin just clears it down the ice to Smith. Smith picks it up near center ice and dumps it toward the far corner. Puck bounces around behind the net. Saccone plays it up the near side boards to Calderon. Calderon fights with it, loses it to Stanislav Zakov, but the Wolverines able to take it back from him. Calderon with it on the near side in his own defensive zone. Skates out across his own blue line, across center ice, and dumps it into Niagara's zone. Puck bounces, and it's picked up there by Kovacis. Kovacis up the near side boards to Tanner Lomsness, who pass up the right side off of the skate of Conti, picked up by the Wolverines. Werenski with it now, dumps it behind the net to Downing. Downing loses it. Conti throws a blind pass in front of net, and Kyle Connor picks it up. Connor across the blue line. Connor into the right circle. Backhand pass in front and sliding toward the net. Taking out the goalie was, I believe, Dexter Danks.
It was, yeah.
Danks going hard toward the net. Connor threw a soft pass out in front. And, you know, I think it takes a little more subtlety than barreling head first into the goalie to score a goal. The puck did cross the goal line between the two posts, but by that point, the net was way off its moorings.
Not sure what Danks thought he was going to do there. Came in through the crease like a missile. If he were to score the goal, he still would have gotten out of the way and would have plowed over Joe O'Brien either way. The Niagara Purple Eagles coming to their goalie's defense, shoving Danks into the wall. He had 4 Purple Eagles around him into the glass as that play finished up there.
Subtlety has never been a word that I would use to describe Dexter Danks' style of play.
Came in like a rocket.
Came in like a wrecking ball. Comfer wins the faceoff. Bounces back to Werenski, who plays it back into his own zone. Now up the near side to Kyle. Pass taken away by Plouffe. Darian Plouffe dumps down to the Wolverine zone. Racine plays it back to Downing. Downing backward pass taken away by Edwards. Tried to throw the pass in front of net. Now Plouffe lost an edge behind the net. Loses the puck. Kyle skating out of his own zone. Pass off the near side board up to Tyler Mott. Tried to whack it into the zone. Whiffed on it. Puck bouncing around at the near side near the center ice line. Mott's pass off the skate of Kyle, picked up by Werenski, plays to the far side to Comfer. Comfer gains the zone for the Wolverines along the left circle. Comfer skating in and pass to the slot, taken away by Niagara. Now pass, clearance pass deflected, taken away by the Wolverines. Mott behind the net, skates out front, throws a shot, blocked by Sasir. Puck bouncing toward the point, picked up by DeYoung as he skates back towards center ice. 10:18 to go in the first period. DeYoung up past center ice, gains the zone for the Wolverines, plays it off the boards, back to Kyle. Kyle to the point, shot, deflection, score for the Wolverines. It was Justin Selman in front of net, deflecting the shot by Nick Boca from the left point. And the Wolverines take a 2-0 lead.
Wolverines continuing to put bodies in front of net, and it's working well for them. DeYoung was there as well, waiting for the redirect, and when you put that many skates in front of the goalie, it's going to be difficult for him to not only see the puck, but figure out which stick it's going to come off of. Michigan doing a good job of clouding up his vision, and Joe O'Brien, nothing he could do there. All they had to do was put in a nice centering shot and wait for the redirect.
And they are going to review the play, and as a goalie, there was just nothing O'Brien could do about that play. Boca threw a shot from the point, looked like it was whistling in high, and Selman just knocked it down through the wickets of O'Brien. And the play will be reviewed, but to me it did not look like Selman's stick was above that top goal post. So
it didn't look like it to me.
I think it's going to be a good goal for the Wolverines.
However, DeYoung came in over the top of the net, barreling over. I think they're going to rule this a goal here.
Yep, ref points to the center circle, and that is a goal for the Wolverines. Very quick review.
I still want to go back to some of that defensive play for the Wolverines prior to the goal again. Giving away the puck carelessly back there was Downing. Couldn't tell who else was in on that play, but just some poor passes giving it away in front of and behind net. And better teams will take advantage of those opportunities.
I was just going to say that. DeYoung off the faceoff plays a pass into Connor off the boards. Connor plays it behind the net. It's taken away by Niagara, skating out of their own zone. Long pass up the near side. DeYoung tracks it down. Sorry, Boca tracks it down. Plays it toward the left circle. Now Kuda shot on net. Puck bouncing around in the slot. Racine struggled to save it, but it bounces out to Kyle Connor. Deflects it off his own skates. Up to Kuhn, who knocks it back into the Michigan zone. DeYoung comes up with the puck. DeYoung up past center ice. DeYoung gains his own. Plays it back to Connor at the right point. Connor soft pass over to Nieves in the slot. Turns, tries to backhand, gives it away. Now Reneker a pass up the far side to Conti. Conti skating in and out, fakes a shot. Now shoots, gloved by Racine. Save made, rebound loose. Pass toward the slot. Now Warren picks it up for the Wolverines. Going the other way. Plays it up to Connor up the right side. Kyle Connor skates toward the slot. Shoots and scores! Kyle Connor with an absolute rocket from inside that right circle into the top right-hand corner. He is down on the ice, hurt right now. And there's a scrum after the play, but that was just absolutely scintillating stuff from the freshman.
My goodness, that boy has some snips on that stick. What a shot from the top of the right circle. Right over the shoulder of Joe O'Brien, bar down. You can't draw it up any better than that shot.
Oh, and he was absolutely laid out after the play by Patrick Conti. I didn't see it at the time. I was tracking the puck, but he had already gotten the shot off the stick, just kind of drifting toward the slot, and Conti just threw a shoulder right toward that head area.
Couldn't tell if he came up with the top of his stick as well, Conti. It looked close.
And I think they might be going over whether or not to eject Patrick Conti from this game. He's currently in the box right now. It will be a power play for the Wolverines when all this is said and done. And now a goalie change for Niagara. Guillaume Terrien in net for the Purple Eagles. Joe O'Brien gave up 3 quick ones and has seen the hook.
Still discussing it in front of net. My goodness, that was a dirty shot from Patrick Conti.
Oh, man.
He'd been drumming it up in the start of the first period here as well, getting into it on faceoffs with whoever he was matched up with. Just trying to drum things up. But that's the kind of aggression that's going to show you the locker room early.
Well, we have yet to see as to whether he does get tossed.
Captain's meeting in front of the scorer's table.
Yeah, it looks to be JT Comfer and Matt Deneen.
I believe they're signaling it's going to be 4-on-4 play coming out.
Not sure who would go to the box for the Wolverines. Nobody's sitting in there right now.
I think I saw Bunieves make a pretty blatant shove. Couldn't tell who it was on, but it was back in that left corner, back behind net.
But how about the move by Kyle Connor? Skating on his backhand on the right side of the right circle. Just the grace to cut toward the slot. Left the defender, holding his jock strap and just rifles one in the top right corner. Kyle Connor has been so impressive for the Wolverines.
No penalties or anything. It's coming back out.
Well, Conti will be in the box
Conti
for
is
2
in the
minutes.
box. Okay, it was 5-on-5 play, though.
So a 2-minute Wolverine power play. Downing skates back toward his own net, waiting behind Racine now. Now skating up the ice, the Wolverines initiating the attack. Downing across center ice to his backhand, dumps it into the zone. Terrien plays it behind his own net. Up the right boards, Marodi, an aggressive attempt to keep it in. Now Downing just holds it at the point. His pass bounces around. It's picked up by Alex Kyle. A stick loose on the ice. Puck played back to the point to Downing. Pass over to Comfer. One-time shot just wide. Marodi tracks down the rebound at the right point. Takes his time with it. Over to Downing. Downing to Comfer on the far side. Skates toward that left circle. Back to Downing at the point. Downing skates it, plays over to Comfer at the left point. Skating in. Tries a shot. Deflected behind the net. Mott kicks it around. Puck's loose. Net Muto and Mott fighting for it. And the puck played around off the near side boards and down the ice. Michael Downing tracks it down. 1 minute 5 to go on the power play. 8:22 to go in the first period. Downing skating up the ice with it for the Wolverines. Passes it up ahead to Nieves. Ahead with a full head of steam. Loses the puck, though, and it's sent around the boards. Werenski holds it in at the left point. Pass down to Calderon, a cross ice pass to Connor. Back to Werenski at the point. Over to Connor, one-time shot, blocked down. Calderon picks up the rebound, plays it back to Connor on the near side. Pass to Werenski at the point, off the stick of Werenski. It bounces out of the zone, and Werenski will have to reset. Plays it over to Connor, quickly gains the zone. Pass over to Werenski, in the shot, set, saved, made. Selman had a rebound chance, but the puck cleared out by the Niagara defense. Now a pass down low, back out front, and it'll go past the stick of Werenski and down the ice. Almost a really nice goal for the Wolverines defenseman. 18 seconds to go on the power play.
Good save by Terry N.
Oh, absolutely, with the right pad. Werenski's pass up ahead, taken away. Now Reneker gains the zone for Niagara. Throws a soft shot on Racine. It's deflected aside, but that'll just about do it. 5 seconds to go on the Wolverines power play. Connor a pass up the right side to Nieves. Nieves across center ice, across the blue line toward the right side. Skating back behind the net. Nieves still holding the puck. Pass back to Calderon. Miscommunication there as Kovacic picks it up, plays it along the near side boards. Puck fought for and won by Kuhn. Kuhn gains his own for Niagara. Skating, and his shot gloved by Steve Racine. His presence in net tonight has been very solid for the Wolverines.
Well, he hasn't had to make a ton of difficult stops. That's probably the most challenging of the night. Good glove grab. Saw it coming all the way. But again, the Wolverines allowing 2-on-2 play to come into their zone very lackadaisically. And as we said, a team better than Niagara with more offensive skill is going to take a lot of advantage with these chances.
Though to be fair, the Wolverines tonight have done a very good job of putting away their chances on the offensive end in a way that definitely eluded them against the likes of Robert Morris.
Name that Wolverine. It's Andrew Kopp up on the board. Currently with the Winnipeg Jets with former Wolverine Jacob Trouba.
How's he doing this year?
Andrew Kopp?
Yeah.
Hasn't seen a lot of action. Got his first points. Got his first goal. He's progressing. He doesn't have as big a role in the offense as Trouba. But Trouba, again, with another year of experience under his belt. I personally still think that Kopp rushed the foray into the NHL a little quickly. He came in at playoff time last season after Michigan finished up in the Big Ten tournament with that loss to Minnesota in the finals. Red Berenson couldn't convince him to stay, but that seems to happen a lot in college hockey with these young players, extremely talented, just making the jump extremely quickly. But we do wish Kopp the best of luck, as well as Trouba.
It'll be Stewart facing off against Darian Plouffe in the left circle of Niagara's attacking zone. Plouffe wins it back to Saucier at the point. Saucier throws a shot on it, deflected. Nobody knows where it is. It bounces to the far side. Warren picks it up, plays it back to the middle quickly to Stewart. Stewart to the near side to Danks. Danks gains the zone, dumps it off the boards behind the net. Stewart bodying up. Danks chases it down too. Puck picked up by Stewart. Passes it back out to the left side to DeYoung. Back to the point to Boca. Slap shot deflected well wide. And now King tracks down the rebound. DeYoung able to keep it in though. Plays it down to the left corner to Danks. And Vinny Muto takes the puck away, plays it up ahead to King. King slow with it, dumps it into the Wolverine zone. Racine back to play it behind his own net. He gives way to Boca, who backhands it over to DeYoung. DeYoung up the far side boards to Warren, who plays it back behind the net over to DeYoung on the near side. DeYoung up to Danks. Danks loses the puck. Puck is bouncing around, picked up by Larry Smith. Plays it back to Kevin Patterson. Patterson back to Smith in the middle of Niagara's defensive zone. Pass up near center ice to Kuhn. Kuhn along the left side pass into the slot to Farmer. His backhand shot saved by Racine. Puck bounces aside, picked up by Boca. Boca skating up the far side, has it knocked away by Steven Pietrobon, but there to help him out is DeYoung, who ladles it up and out of the zone. Shot from center ice is gloved by Racine. He plays it down to Boca. Boca up to Comfort. Comfort backhand pass up to Kyle. Kyle skating, gains the zone but loses the puck, and now going the other way is Tanner Lomsness. Lomsness up the left side, turns with the puck, tied up there by Ciccone, defused the attack. Ciccone holds onto the puck on the near side boards and plays it over to Kyle. Kyle to Mott. Mott pass toward the far side to JT Comfort, could not find the pass. Playing it behind his net is Terry N, and Mott able to pick it up, throws a pass near the center, but it's taken away by Sam Reneker, who loses the puck into the Wolverine zone. Lomsness and Ciccone fighting for it behind Racine. Lomsness lays the body, loses the puck. Martin's pass up the near side, couldn't find Nieves. Pass toward the center, picked up by Selman. Selman now going the other way for the Wolverines. Up the near side goes Selman, gains the zone, cuts toward the center, pass to Cutler Martin, backhand pass across to Connor. Behind him, Connor couldn't handle it. And now going the other way is Saucier. Saucier loses the puck though, bodied up by Selman, who tracks it down in the right corner. Justin Selman plays it back toward the right point to Ciccone. Ciccone to Sam Piazza, just came in on a line change. Piazza's soft shot, knocked down in front of net. Going the other way now is Naska. Naska up the near side to Matt Deneen. Deneen, a soft shot, just deflected by Racine. Puck loose in the slot, bouncing around and picked up finally by Piazza. Piazza plays it over to the near side to Justin Selman. Selman across center ice, just dumps it into the zone. The Wolverines will get a partial line change. Tracking it down behind the net is Larry Smith. Smith, a saucer pass up the near side to Deneen. Deneen whacks it up ahead to Plouffe. Plouffe in on net, unopposed. He shoots, saved by Racine. Puck still loose, bounces down to Sean King. Sean King plays it back toward the right point. It's taken away. Now Brendan Warren going the other way with speed. Gets by man, plays it back to Calderon. His deke, skating it on net, just tied up, can't handle the puck. And now going the other way, back and forth action is Niagara. Sean King up the right side, dumps it into the zone. Niagara will get a change. Boca fights for it, wins it over to DeYoung behind his own net. DeYoung up the far side to Warren, to the middle to Marody. Marody across the blue line, in, shoots, just wide. Warren tracks down the rebound, tries to play it back down low. It's picked up there by Kovacic, plays it back toward the right point, and Boca overskated the puck, slides to the ground. And DeYoung will try to play a pass into the zone. It's deflected high and over the boards, out of play, and thank goodness I needed a break.
Michigan defensively again, not getting their bodies in front of the puck, allowing skaters to get around them and gain the edge, and that's giving Niagara opportunities. It can't be stated enough. It's being understated in the scoreline simply because Niagara doesn't have the ability to create goals on their own. But Michigan defensively has to tighten up. They have to get bodies in front of the puck, and they have to have better ice awareness. Mike Downing simply allowed Plouffe to basically waltz in behind him for an easy pass that just undercut him, and gave Plouffe one-on-one with Steve Racine, and lucky enough, Steve Racine is on his game tonight and made a fantastic one-on-one save.
Yeah, Racine held on to that near post, was not fooled by any of Plouffe's body feints to cut toward the middle. Plouffe all alone in that left circle. Could do pretty much all that he wanted to do, but Racine stayed on him and made the save, as kept Niagara scoreless. Still 3-0, 3:45 to go in the first period. Now off the face-off, Dexter Danks plays it into the Wolverines' attacking zone. Kovacic tracks it down, plays it over to Keegan Harper. 1-2 passing up towards center ice. Puck taken away and bounces over to Pietrobon, who plays it into the Wolverine zone toward the near side corner. Downing tracks it down. Had some trouble with the puck. Kuhn fights him for it, and now it's picked up by Farmer behind the net. Farmer back to the right point to Kovacic, fakes a shot, now throws one toward net, picked up by King. Pass across the slot. Couldn't find a recipient. Farmer tracks down, throws a soft shot on net. Racine deflects it aside. Pietrobon takes it back to the right point to Kovacic, plays it back down to Pietrobon. Puck tied up. Downing fighting for it. Puck bounces out to Kyle Connor. Stops, holds it up, plays it over to Danks. Danks just across center ice will fling it into the zone. It'll be tracked down there by Harper. Plays it over to the near side to Lomsness. Lomsness loses the puck. They're fighting for it near the right point, and it's picked up finally. Going the other way is Sam Reneker. Reneker lofted pass toward the far side. Back into that corner. Martin trips up Lomsness. No call. Wins the puck. Plays it up to Madu. Knocks it behind the net to Saccone. Saccone tries to pass it up. Has it knocked away, but Comfort able to play it up ahead. And now Mott fighting for it with Muto. 2:30 to go here in the first period. Muto leveled into the boards, and now Martin a big hit in front of the bench, and they're getting into it over in front of the Niagara bench. No calls, though. Saccone, meanwhile, has it in his own defensive zone, skating behind Racine. Plays it over toward the far side boards. Puck taken away there by number 17, Stanislav Zakov. Loses the puck, though, and it's over near the right point. Muto throws a shot wide behind the net. Ricochets off the boards over to Deneen, who plays it back behind Racine. Saccone tracks it down in that far corner, plays it up ahead. Comfort up ahead with some speed. Stick lifted, tied up there by Phil Nasco, who just flung it in toward the Wolverine zone. It's picked up there by Martin, plays it across to the near side to Boca. Boca gains his own, plays it back to Connor in the right circle. Connor, cross-ice pass to Selman, who couldn't handle it, had an open net. Selman now loses the puck, plays it toward the left point. King takes it away, gets by DeYoung, skates down to the right corner. King throws a pass behind the net, bounces out toward this left point, and it's played back across ice to Patterson at the right point. Throws a shot on net, blocked aside by Selman. Smith now at the left point, dumps it down low to Edwards. Edwards plays it behind the net to Plouffe, has it taken away by DeYoung. DeYoung's pass skitters up along the boards over to Selman. Saucer pass toward the middle. Connor trying to track it down on the near side, can't do so. Smith tries to clear it, but Connor ties it up in that right corner. Connor now wins the puck, skating in toward net. Behind the net, throws a pass out in front off the skate of Nieves. Connor tracks down the deflection. Connor skating in toward the slot. Deeks passes over to DeYoung, throws a shot on net, saved by Terrien. And now the puck whacked away by Edwards. Bounces around. Werenski comes up with it. 53 seconds to go in the first period. Werenski passes to Warren on the near side. Gives it back to Werenski. Werenski gains the zone. Skating toward that left side. Loses the puck. Gains it back. Dumps it down low to Marody. Marody unopposed. Pass out in front. Deflected aside by the Purple Eagles. And now going the other way is Ryan Kuhn. Kuhn's cross-ice pass knocked out of the air by Werenski. And Pietrobon dumps into the Wolverine zone. 32 seconds to go as Piazza plays it along the far side boards. Pietrobon intercepts it. And now skating in front of the net, Kuhn throws a pass out in front. It's deflected aside. Now Warren going the other way. The Wolverines with some numbers. Brody to the near side to Calderon. Calderon to the middle of Piazza. His shot saved by Terrian. Puck whacked back toward the point. 14 seconds to go, now 13 in the period, and that's going to be an icing against Niagara with 11.4 seconds to go in the first period.
Michigan still creating a heck of a lot of opportunities in front of net. Pretty surprising that the score still only stands at 3-0. I really hate to harp on the defense again, but I'm going to continue to harp on the defense. That entire offensive play in Michigan's defensive zone for Niagara created because DeYoung can't get in front of the puck, and he simply allows Niagara to skate around him. That's an easy defensive play to stop an offensive attack. And without doing that, you allow Niagara 2 minutes of solid offensive play in your own zone.
Niagara wins the face-off. It's knocked around the boards by Keegan Harper over to Kuhn. Kuhn cross-ice pass to Pietrobon. Throws a shot on net from outside the zone. 3 seconds to 1. Ciccone tracks down the rebound, holds onto the puck, and that'll do it for the first period here from Yost Ice Arena. The Wolverines kind of flipping the script from some of their recent games, not dominating in the shot category, but they take a 3-0 lead on the scoreboard into the locker room in the first intermission. Racine's played a really solid game. Jeremy, any thoughts to take into this first intermission?
Just a very wide open game of hockey, and that's partly because the Michigan defense hasn't clamped down. It would be a game almost entirely controlled in the Niagara defensive zone if Michigan is able to get their defenders in front of the Niagara offensive attack, but they simply haven't been able to do that. That's why Niagara's been able to get 12 shots off on goal so far here in the first period. Going to have to clamp down. Niagara also going to have to clamp down as well. The goalie change seemed to do some good, but we'll see how it continues and carries over into the second period.
It's been a fun first. We will leave you for about 15 minutes before we come back with the second period here from Yost Ice Arena. We'll turn up the ambience so you can take in the sounds of the lovely Yost Ice Arena. Stay tuned and we'll be back in a little bit.
that 5 minutes of solid non-stop play. That was fun. Harrison was right there. He had a couple moments. It's only because the team can go ahead. What do you want to plug? You want to plug DSR, YouTube channels, Twitter, and broadcast as well?
Yeah, sure.
I'll do the recap first and then plug what I have time for before we get on.
Hello and welcome back to Yost Ice Arena here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The Michigan Wolverines currently leading the Niagara Purple Eagles 3-0 after one period of play. We're just a few minutes off from the face-off here in the second period. We'll give you a quick recap of what happened in the first. Michigan from the get-go had JT Comfort on a fast break scoring opportunity. Didn't score, but that really set the tone offensively for the Wolverines as Kyle Connor notched himself two, the first one coming 4:05 into the period. Piazza on the assist with a nice centering shot. Next one coming at 9:50 in from Justin Selman on a redirect through the pass in by Nick Boca, and then Connor nodding his second on an absolute snipe from inside the right circle. Give the assist to Warren. That one coming 10:41 into the first period. Niagara struggling to make do with the things that they could create offensively. Michigan's defense still giving up some good opportunities and allowing these Niagara Purple Eagles into their own zone. Morris, did you have any thoughts on the first period of play from what you saw?
Well, I thought you raised some very salient points about the defense in the first period, about how their positioning wasn't great. They were giving up odd man rushes time after time on the wings by pitching in too close to the center of the ice, and the offense often left its players behind. Well, first Joe O'Brien and then Guillaume Terrien back near the end of that first period. So Niagara had its fair share of chances. Credit Racine for standing tall in net, but the defense is gonna, these are these same discipline problems that have plagued them throughout the entire season, even tracking back to last season. At some point, they've just, got to play better.
Absolutely. We're just about a little bit over a minute from getting underway here in the second period. We want to take a moment to ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, WCBN Sports, as well as WCBN Sports 2. We have a current broadcast going on over at the Chrysler Arena, where Michigan basketball playing Northern Michigan, currently up 57-33 with 11:07 left to go in that one. Tomorrow we'll be in Bloomington, Indiana for Michigan football against the Indiana Hoosiers. It'll be myself and Morris alongside Leo Blavin and Dalton Pataki on the call. That one going to get kicked off at about 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. Be sure to tune in, as well as talk to us on Twitter at WCBN Sports. We love to hear from the fans, get some feedback on your thoughts for the game, as well as discuss anything you might think we might have said wrong or incorrect, or maybe just something you plain disagree with.
Trust me, we do a lot of that on our broadcast. The quality is just second to many.
Shot total coming into the second period here, Michigan leading 14-12. The majority of Niagara's 12 shots coming in the form of relatively soft lobs into Steve Racine, but Racine did a very good job of making a couple one-on-one saves after the defense allowed wingers to get in behind them and get some open looks from the sides. Racine, again, though, doing a good job of closing down on the edges of the net and really hasn't made a mistake thus far tonight. Another good glove save as well came late into that first period. Meanwhile, Niagara had to pull their starting goalie, Joe O'Brien, after giving up the third goal of the night to Kyle Connor. They're currently looking at Guillaume Terrien in net. We're ready to get the puck drop here. It's JT Comfort in the circle for the Wolverines along with Plouffe for Niagara. Puck going to be won by the Wolverines. Kyle sending it down to the Niagara zone. It's going to be scooped up by Tyler Mott. Fight for the puck. King for Niagara. Going to be passed back. Mott behind the net. Mott and Comfort fighting for it. Along with Vinny Muto, it's going to be the Wolverines' puck. Going to be out to Kyle. Kyle with a ripped shot. Good save by Terrien as the puck goes in behind net. Going to be scooped up by Plouffe. Plouffe going to work it into the center zone. Going to be picked up by Downing. Careless puck play by Niagara. Michigan's going to send it off and get a line change in here. Going to be scooped up. Plouffe still out on the ice. Puck going to be won back by Selman. Selman going to give it away to Plouffe. Selman wins the puck back at center ice as he's coming forward with Kyle Connor out on the right. Kyle Connor takes a shot. Going to be deflected. Pad save by Terrien on a weak deflection. Connor with the puck again. Now over on the left side. Trying to show off some dangles there. Going to be hit back to the point. Cutler Martin takes a centering shot in off the stick of Selman. Selman gets it in behind net. Back to Connor. Wolverines maintaining possession here. Connor comes around the right-hand side. Rips a shot in as it carries around the boards. Back to Cutler Martin. Martin going to lose the puck back in front of the crease, where it's going to be wrapped up by King for Niagara as the Purple Eagles move forward. Heading up is Kuhn for Niagara as he works his way in. Wolverines do a good job closing defensively there, not leaving him a shot opportunity. Puck going to be won back by the Wolverines and Justin Selman, but it's going to be given away back to Kovakis at center ice, or Kovacis. Play blown dead there for offsides. It's going to be Patrick Conti for Niagara over the blue line.
I just can't help but be impressed every time I see Kyle Connor on the ice for the Wolverines, along with JT Comfort. He might be the best player on this team for Michigan. He just seems to have a nose for the puck, and his puck handling ability is just incredible.
Face-off won by the Wolverines, won by Niagara, but they give it away back to the Wolverines. It's going to be Warren coming into the zone for the Wolverines. Shot on net by Cooper Marody, just off to the left-hand side. Going to be redirected and scored! Cooper Marody, what a redirect in front of net. Found himself in the crease with a wide-open shot, and that's going to leave the Wolverines with a 4-0 lead here.
Irresponsible defending there by the Niagara Purple Eagles. It was Keegan Harper who just let Marody skate in front of the net. Nolan DeYoung from the left point threw a soft just pass toward the middle, seeking out Marody's stick, and Marody just roofed it past Terrian, who had no chance.
Bang, bang play. Credit DeYoung with the assist. Marody with the redirect into goal right over the left, or the right shoulder of Terrian. We're back underway here. Niagara trying to work the puck into the Michigan zone. Going to be poked away as Michigan heads up ice with it. It's going to be Calderon back to Marody. Marody finding himself in front again. Looking for Calderon as he wrapped around in front, but it's going to be won back by Niagara as they head forward. Up ice is going to be sent around the boards. Picking up the puck are the Wolverines. Wolverines back in behind their own net, trying to work the puck back into the neutral zone. They do just that. Niagara going to send it up ice as they try and work their way around. Wolverines coming up with it now into the neutral zone. DeYoung bounce off the stick of Calderon back in behind the Niagara net. Michigan will get in a line change here. Stewart going to be fighting for the puck in the Niagara zone along with Dexter Danks. Stewart's going to try and win the puck. It's going to be worked away by Plouffe for Niagara. Danks with the puck again. Working it in. Kyle Connor was waiting. He's going to come in on that left-hand side. Shot, pad save off the right pad of Terrien. Puck bounced in around behind the net. Wolverines unable to do anything with it. Niagara working their way up ice again. King going to try and get around Downing there. Downing did a good job of getting in front of the puck. And it's going to be worked away. Play blown dead there.
I think it's a delayed penalty. Well, not delayed anymore, but against the Wolverines, if I'm not mistaken.
Believe you are correct. It's going to be Michael Downing headed to the box for the Wolverines. Going to be a 2-minute penalty. Can't quite tell what it was for. Interference, I believe.
I guess it would be interference. I thought Downing did a good job of throwing his body and getting in the way of the Niagara Purple Eagles, defusing some of their attacks, but maybe just a little too blatant about getting in the way, and he will head to the sin bin for 2.
JT Comfort and Nick Farmer facing off on the right circle in the Wolverine zone. Farmer going to switch out for Kuhn. Kuhn and Comfort's one away by Comfort. Puck in behind the Wolverines net. It's going to be cleared away. Sent way down ice by Tyler Mott. No icing call there. Niagara is going to take their time and work a play up. Coming up ice with it, Vinny Muto. Niagara throws the puck in behind the Michigan goal. Really not creating anything offensively here. Struggle for the puck around there behind net. Play blown dead yet again. Waiting for a call.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that was about. Maybe like a high stick or a hand pass or something. That's the only thing I could think, because nobody's heading toward the box.
No penalty on the play. They're going to face off inside the neutral zone towards Michigan's half. Puck going to be won by the Wolverines back to DeYoung. DeYoung was looking for Selman, couldn't find him as it flies back into Terrien. Terrien going to allow King to make a play for Niagara. They're going to come up back in towards the neutral zone as they try and find some room in Michigan ice. Work back around. Niagara still with the puck. Kovacis up at the point. Going to pass the puck back. Kovacis takes a shot. Deflected and away. Going to be picked up by Justin Selman as the Wolverines are headed with 2-on-2. He's got Boo Nieves. They cross over. Nieves coming over on the right. Takes a shot just wide of the post. Terrien left him some space. Unable to redirect it into the open area. Another near goal for the Wolverines. Meanwhile, Niagara going to work the puck up. It's Plouffe headed into the Michigan zone. Plouffe takes a shot Good stop there by Piazza. It's going to be wrapped up. Another good save there from Steve Racine. A scramble in front of net. It was really created by Plouffe as he came up relatively fast into the Michigan zone. Was looking for Ryan Kuhn, who had a redirect opportunity right in front of Racine, but hit it right into the pads. Another good play by Steve Racine.
Yeah, Sean King is also going to be kicking himself. Had a chance at a rebound in front of net. Could not quite lift it over the pads of Racine, who again in the right place at the right time for the Wolverines.
Face-off won by the Wolverines and Max Stewart. Niagara with the puck now, though, in Michigan zone. Back at the point to Muto. Muto hits it back to Cicere. Shot redirected, blocked by the Wolverines. Headed back up ice. It's going to be Stewart with the puck. He loses it to Muto. Muto's going to try and play a game of keep away to create some opportunities for his offense. Niagara shoots the puck up ice. That one's going to fly into the neutral zone. It's Farmer coming forward now for Niagara. He's going to come straight up ahead. Pass over to Plouffe. Plouffe takes a shot. Blocked away by Steve Racine. Back up to point again. It's Muto. Takes another shot, centering shot. Good job by the Wolverines again to get in front of net. Muto again for a third time takes another shot. This time the Niagara attack will end as Brendan Warren takes the puck up. Stewart hits it away as Michigan gets in a line change here. Going to have to do it quickly. Niagara looking to pounce on the opportunity. Looked like they might have had an advantage, but wasted it as Michigan able to get all their bodies back out on ice in defense. Muto still at the point for Niagara, continuing to control the puck. It's going to be another shot whipped in very off there from Kevin Patterson. Patterson back at the point again, takes another shot over the head of Racine. Perhaps looking for a redirect on the centering shot again, as the puck is going to float around within the Michigan zone and find its way back to Patterson at the point. He takes another shot, rips it, deflects off of JT Comfer and out of play into the Michigan band.
I'm unsure if Niagara is aware that you're allowed to shoot from places inward from the point, because it seems like every one of their offensive opportunities has revolved around just throwing shots at Racine from about 30 feet away.
And if you look at Niagara's shot chart from the first period as well, taking a lot of shots from the point, they're again really focusing that offensive attack on trying to find a redirect in front of net, but Michigan doing a good job of getting an equal number of bodies in front and making sure that it doesn't find a loose stick or skate. Niagara still struggling to find answers offensively as Michigan has jumped out to a 4-0 lead now, courtesy of the fourth goal. I believe it was Selman on the goal.
Yeah, that was that was actually Marody on the deflection.
Oh, it was Marody
Selman
via the De Jong assist.
Yep, it was Selman with the first deflection off of a Boca assist. Kyle Connor with the other two goals for the Wolverines. It's, I guess, easy to confuse Selman and Marody, as Marody is just Selman's number times 2. Doing some math up here.
Astute color analysis from Morris Fabry. Facing off is going to be Bu Nieves, along with Phil Naska. Naska going to move out for Deneen. Won by Nieves. Back to Mike Downing. He's out of the box now. Kyle Connor hits it up to Bu Nieves. Nieves trying to work it into the Niagara zone. Good job there as Kovacic works it away. Tries to work it up. Kept in the zone by Downing. Downing back to Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor trying to find some kind of open space as that puck works its way in around behind the Niagara goal. Niagara coming around with it now. It's going to be a fight to get to it. Werenski wins that race as Michigan keeps the puck in their defensive zone. Michigan working its way up now. Bu Nieves with it. Unable to keep control as Niagara slaps it into Michigan's defensive zone. Niagara still with the puck at the point again. They're going to take another shot. It's Muto again, ripping and hitting wide. Michigan regains control of the puck, hits it back into the neutral zone where Muto is waiting. His name is over everything tonight. Kovacic looked like he was looking for Deneen. Michigan going to have an opportunity, and the play is blown dead. Check that.
Looks like it'll be Bu Nieves headed to the box for the Wolverines. The crowd showing great displeasure with the call and some extracurricular activity after the play between Michael Downing and Sean King.
It's Phil Naska.
You sure?
Yep, 18.
All right.
Phil Naska in the face of Downing. After that penalty, the Wolverines will go on the penalty kill again. This will be their second of the night. Did a good job after killing off the Downing penalty moments ago. Niagara unable to capitalize on that first power play. Would have been a fantastic opportunity for them to get a little momentum back going forward. Facing off is JT Comfer and Plouffe. Face-off won by Plouffe as Niagara maintains possession. Hastily gives the puck away to Comfort. Comfort passes over to Mott. Mott coming up the right-hand side. He's going to work it in as he tries to skate around. Unable to maintain possession. Comfort going to come back and win possession back, though. He's chopped into the boards by Harper as he goes flying. Working the puck up now for Niagara, Luke Edwards. Edwards passes it off to Kovacic. Boca for the Wolverines back behind the net, trying to make the save. Edwards with a big shot there. Can't tell who's on the ground. It looks like Wierenski. Now we've got a big fight in behind the net there. Lots of bodies wrapped up, hands on helmets.
That's Nolan DeYoung on the ground for the Wolverines, and Edwards with just a blatant, it's going to be maybe charging, maybe cross-checking.
Could be boarding as well.
Maybe boarding. That was the third one. Just let me get around to it. But yeah, Edwards hitting a completely defenseless Nolan DeYoung, who's still kind of shaking away the butterflies away from his head. Is
regaining his breath for sure. Took quite the slam right to the back. Not looking absolutely defenseless as Edwards came in on the body check into the boards. We'll see what the call is here in a moment.
Another captain's meeting, as I guess they're probably going to confer as to, well, what do you think?
Perhaps a settling of tensions. It's been some chippy play here. Lots of extracurriculars after each and every stoppage of play, it seems, as somebody wants to get in the face of somebody else after every stoppage of play. Comfort still arguing with the referee as they skate back towards center ice. Referee not having whatever Comfort's throwing at him. Meanwhile, Deneen, captain for Niagara, calmly skates away. Seems more pleased than Comfort. Be interesting to see what the conversation was about there. Nonetheless, it's going to be a 2-minute penalty, I believe, for boarding.
Seems like the most likely decision.
It's going to be 4-on-4 hockey for 1:29, as the Wolverines still have that much left on the Boo Nieves penalty for the penalty, no longer penalty kill. Face-offs won by Niagara as Muto comes up ice for Niagara. Passes back to Kuhn. Kuhn takes a shot. Blocked away by Racine. Michigan wins the puck back in behind net. It's going to be worked back and away by Joe Ciccone. Cicconi's going to go up to Cooper Marody. Cooper Marody in front of net. He'll have himself a backhand shot, but it's going to be blocked away. Marody looking for something to do with the puck now. He's going to pass it back to point. Cutler Martin. Martin was looking for Brendan Warren, but it's going to be poked away by Kuhn. However, Warren wins the puck back, and he skates into Niagara zone. Going to pass back to Marody. Marody looking to make something happen again. He's going to pass back to the point where Ciccone's waiting. Ciccone back to Martin. Still working it up at the point. Martin was looking for Cooper Marody, but couldn't find him as Niagara wins possession back. Coming up through the neutral zone is Farmer. He's going to shoot that puck up in behind and allow for a line change as icing is called.
It'll be a line change for the Wolverines. Niagara's four going to have to stay on the ice as Farmer just didn't get close enough to that red center line before he dumped it into the Wolverine zone. A costly error for the Purple Eagles.
Keeping some tired legs out on the ice as the Wolverines get some fresh legs in. Kyle Connor going to face off with Plouffe. Face off won by Niagara. Puck worked back to Harper. Harper works it over to King. King trying to keep it into the neutral zone. King still holding the puck in the neutral zone. He's working up that right-hand side. Back to Kovacic. Going to be won back by the Wolverines. Kyle Connor let that one fall between his skates. And back to Kovacic as Niagara regains possession in the neutral zone. They work it into Michigan zone. Plouffe looking for it over on the left-hand side. It's a two-man battle there with Kyle Connor and Mike Downing. Finally poked away. Oh, nope. And it's going to be a shot on net. Plouffe had a fantastic backhand look. He had a right-hand open shot. Blocked away well by Steve Racine. That was a quick bang-bang play there. Michigan regains possession as Kyle Connor comes up ice. Boo Nieves with a wrister shot right into the chest pads of Thierrien. Fast play happening here. Niagara going to work the puck back up again. And Racine going to pass it back as Michigan's going to try and create an offensive play here. Boo Nieves hits it back. Calderon in front of net. Shot off by just an inch on the right-hand side. Michigan still with possession in the Niagara zone. Niagara finally pokes it away. It was Conti. Patrick Conti still trying to stir things up with Boo Nieves. Both have already been in the box tonight. Conti touches Nieves on the top of the helmet with his stick as he skates away, still trying to stir things up. Quite possibly could have been ejected earlier Patrick Conti for that hit on Kyle Connor after he scored that snipe of a goal inside the circle. Nonetheless, it'll be a face-off inside the Niagara zone. Cooper Marody and Reneker for Niagara. They're going to face off again as that one's blown dead. Cooper Marody and Reneker still in there fighting for it. Puck's going to be won by Niagara as it falls back to Smith. Michigan going to regain possession on that one though as Cooper Marody comes around on the far side or on the near side, back to Piazza at the point. Piazza back to Boca. Boca tries to center it in as it falls behind the net to Calderon. Calderon back to Piazza. Piazza for Cooper Marody. Cooper Marody going to look. Clear shot from Warren in front of net. Unable to do anything with it. Good opportunity. Good look there for the Wolverines. Warren still fighting for the puck. Michigan retaining possession. Niagara struggling to get it out of their own zone. Smith coming around behind net. Going to be slapped away there. And possession regained by Niagara in their own zone as Edwards comes up with it now as he's out of the box. 4-on-4 hockey has ended both teams back to full strength. Max Schuer going to work it into the Niagara zone. He's got Dexter Danks over on the right-hand side. Danks takes a shot. It's deflected away by Smith. Good job of getting in front of him there. Calderon fighting for it. He takes a tumble on the near boards. Puck's worked back to Ciccone. Ciccone was looking for a shot. Good block there by Deneen. Back to Martin. Martin going to hit the puck up into the Niagara zone. Niagara trying to work a play in here. Struggling to maintain any solid puck possession here in the second period. Kyle Connor with the puck behind the net. He's going to look for a wraparound shot. Comes off a little bit strong. Cutler Martin with another rebound shot. That one goes off the side netting. Niagara, Patterson with the puck in his own zone. He tries to work it up. A big hit into the boards from Ciccone. Zakov in front of net for Niagara as he tries to work in a shot. Unable to do so. Michigan going to regain possession as Ciccone comes through looking for Danks. Danks now coming up the near side. Passes over to Comfort. They've got 2-on-2 hockey. Comfort and Kyle. Comfort takes a shot. Just tie over the netting. Rebound shot from Ciccone also deflected. Niagara moving forward again. Tyler Mott moving in behind net. Can't quite see with the obstruction in the way where the puck is at. It's coming back behind the Michigan net. Kyle works it away. Patterson back with the puck there. Kovacic works it over. They had Farmer in the crease. Couldn't find him. Niagara still keeping the puck in the Michigan zone. Almost a redirect in front of net. Good look there for Pietrobon. Pietrobon.
Stephen Pietrobon.
Had a good look for a deflection, but Racine did a good job again as he was the only body in front of net. Pretty easy to block there.
Yeah, Racine with quick reflexes to take away the option of any sort of redirect. The Wolverines' passing in this period has been very crisp, I would say. They've created a lot of opportunities, haven't taken their chances the way they did in the first half, but they've had a couple of just golden opportunities that, you know, save for a stick here or a wide shot there from Niagara, they could be up in this game 5 or 6-0. Another thing I've noticed is the style of play of Michael Downing. He can look brilliant at times when he lays down hits at the blue lines because he looks to meet opposing players at the blue lines, either as they're trying to exit the zone or enter the Wolverine zone. And when he makes the play, he really creates a lot of openings for the Wolverines, but there are times when he just misjudges his momentum, and when he does, he just totally removes himself from the play. And that's happened a couple times where Niagara has had some opportunities with Downing totally out of the picture.
And it is Military Appreciation Night here at Yost. The Wolverines taking a moment to honor a former U.S. Marine. A moment where you're proud to be an American here tonight. Meanwhile, we're back underway here. Face-off won by the Wolverines in their own zone as Selman working the puck into the neutral zone. He's got Bunievis up the center and Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor spinning around with the puck, still maintaining possession. Kyle Connor, as he tries to keep it in the offensive zone, unable to do so. He's going to work back around. Still with the puck is Kyle Connor. Finally gives it away to Selman as Selman gives away possession to Kovacic. And now Niagara working it up into the Michigan zone. Coming up on that left-hand side is Slomsnens. Shot on net, blocked away by Steve Racine. Another shot on net from Conti, just wide of the net. Kovacic with it at the point as he works it into Lomsness. Pronunciation on that one, Morris? Lomsness. Kyle Connor wins possession in Michigan zone as they move it up towards center ice. Play blown dead here. Looks like it's going to be a delayed penalty call Conti headed to the box again.
No surprise there.
That man is a scrapper in every sense of the word. He'll see his second timeout of the night. Waiting on the call. I believe it's going to be 2 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't see it happen, mostly because my view was obstructed by a giant pillar in front of us. But the way the crowd reacted, it sounded like it was something serious. Maybe
there were a lot of bodies in front. I think it might have been a high stick. Either way, Wolverines going to go on the power play yet again. Haven't capitalized yet tonight. But they're going to have some 5-on-4 hockey here for a minute. Face-off won by the Wolverines. Back to Comfer. Over to Kyle. Back to Comfer. Comfer over to Marody on the near side. Marody looking for something to do with it. He takes a shot. Going to be blocked away by Smith. Back to Kyle. Kyle back to Comfer. Puck stays in the offensive zone for the Wolverines. Back to Kyle. Kyle has a chance in front. Mott had himself a look in the crease. Unable to direct it just wide right. Comfer back over to Marody. Michigan maintaining possession. Comfer back at the point. Back to Marody inside the left circle. Back to Comfer. A passing showcase. That one is going to be just wide left. A rip shot by Comfer. Unable to find its target. And it's going to be deflected all the way back into Michigan zone where Racine is able to recollect it behind his net and give it off to Comfer. Comfer was looking for Kyle there. Pass just a bit out in front. That one going to be an icing call as it scoots back behind the Niagara net. Yeah, Comfer with a rocket through traffic. It actually hit the post on the inside part and deflected out toward the side before it was cleared down the ice by Niagara. And then Comfer maybe just a little distraught at just missing out on that goal-scoring opportunity. It dumped in a pass from way outside the zone. And now the Wolverines facing a face-off from in their own defensive zone. Marody and Farmer on the face-off. Face-off won by the Wolverines as Comfer comes up with it. Just over a minute left in the penalty, 6:43 left here in the second period. Wolverines lead 4-0. Cooper Marody coming up into the Niagara zone. Marody still maintaining puck possession as he looks to hand it back to Comfer. Comfer at the point, back to Marody in the left-hand circle. He has a shot wide right. Comfer with a nice save to keep it in the offensive zone. Comfer looking for something to do with it. He's got Kyle out to the right. He takes it himself. Nice pad save there from Torien. Comfer with another shot. That one with a slight redirect as it goes wide left. Cooper Marody scoops it up though. Michigan continues to maintain possession. Comfer at the point again. He looks, hands it off to Marody on the left-hand side. Back to Comfer. Comfer at the point. Takes another shot. That one's going to be deflected and score! Not sure if that one went to Comfer. It looks as though it might have gone off of the stick. Can't tell who that one's going to be credited to. It looks as though Tyler Mott, the one going to get the daps as he heads back towards the Michigan bench. Another redirect goal for Michigan as they capitalize on their first power play of the night. Tyler Mott with the deflection and the score. Shot in there by JT Comfer, give him the assist. Michigan goes up 5-0 here with 6:07 remaining in the second period. Comfer, like an artillery man, just kept throwing blasts from the point on the net. Eventually found his target. Back underway quickly here as the Wolverines win the faceoff. DeYoung with it, keeps it in the neutral zone. Clumsily given away by both teams back-to-back as Stewart works in. He's got Calderon on the right-hand side. Calderon shot. Pad save by Niagara's goalie, Guillaume Terrien. As Niagara regains possession, Edwards trying to work it up into the neutral zone for the Purple Eagles. He's going to shoot that one back in deep and try and regain possession, which he will on the other side. He's also got Plouffe in assistance. DeYoung, though, coming in and regaining possession for the Wolverines. DeYoung was looking for Max Stewart there, unable to get it. That one going to go all the way to the back of the net, as play will be blown dead there for the icing call. It's been a fun game. It's been high-paced. I've also noticed Michigan's defense has clamped down a lot better. Red Berenson probably getting on them in the locker room in between periods, as we have a face-off in the Michigan zone. Stewart and Reneker in there for their respective teams. Face-off going to be won by the Purple Eagles this time. Reneker passes it back to Smith. Smith at the point. He tosses one in. Almost a redirect shot in front of net. That one was Lomness. Michigan regains possession as they finally come back into my sight. Calderon coming up the right-hand side into the Niagara offensive zone. He's going to scoot all the way around net. Still regains possession. Calderon was looking for Martin at the point, unable to find him. He loses his stick, tries to make the skate save, unable to do it. Conti coming up. He was looking for Longness. As Dexter Deggs comes through the Niagara defensive zone, he was looking for Booney Eves, unable to find him. A series of off passes as possession scoots around. There's still a stick out on the ice in Niagara's zone. Working it in, the Purple Eagles dumping it back for Conti. Conti going to work it back Looking for Muto back at the point. Unable to get it away as it's blocked. Can't tell who that was. I believe it was Cutler Martin on the block. Martin coming back around. He's got Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor with a crisp pass to Booney Eves. He's got Justin Selman on the right-hand side. Gets it over to Selman. Selman cuts back. Nice job there. Takes a big hit from one of the Purple Eagles. Couldn't see the name on the back there. Over to Ciccone on the left-hand side. Wolverines, Mike Downing with a shot. Rips it. Kyle Connor in front of net. Almost had himself a hat trick there. Unable to put it in. Michigan regains possession. Comfort at the point. Kyle Connor coming in through the crease. Was looking for JT Comfort on the redirect. Kyle Connor getting into it with Deneen. Unable to get back. Downing gets back, though. We had a glove down on the ice. Comfort going to skate through. He's in Niagara zone behind net. Shot in front of score. Kyle Connor with another shot right in the crease into the pads of Terry N. We've got a big scuffle in behind the net. That's Nazca. And it looks like Justin Selman getting into it. That was some big pushing and shoving. Now Deneen and Kyle Connor getting into it. Referee's going to calm the tensions here. See if there's any penalties to come from this one. Absolutely chippy play out there. Wolverines with a 5-goal lead. And it looks as though Nazca is going to head to the box. Probably going to be a roughing call here.
Man, poor Kyle Connor. Dude almost did it Michael Jackson style with one glove. Point blank in front of the net. He's had a few opportunities here in this second period. Just could not jam it by the goalie, Guillaume Terrien, who, you know, some might call it luck, some might call it quick reflexes, but either way, the young freshman Kyle Connor has been superb tonight. And if he keeps getting the opportunities that he's been getting, it's only a matter of time before he slots one away.
Going to be penalties on both sides here as Selman and Nazca head to the box for their respective teams. Going to be 2 minutes mutually for roughing as the chippy play continues. Meanwhile, Michigan men's basketball across the way over at Chrysler takes the win tonight against Northern Michigan, 70-44. Michigan not looking their strongest to start that one, but able to finish it off with a 20-plus point victory. Meanwhile, still conversing between the captains here for both sides. Referee still trying to ease tensions as Deneen going to head back to his bench now after some words with the referees. Oh, it appears as though Niagara is going to have another man in the box. It's going to be Zakov. Just headed in there before the faceoff, which was won by Niagara and headed down into Michigan zone. So it is a power play again for the Wolverines with Zakov in the box as well for Niagara. Michigan in the neutral zone. Comfort working forward. Nice job there to stay onside. Hits it over to Warren. Warren on the near side. Warren still with possession. He's got Cooper Marody and JT Comfort on his respective sides. Comfort back to Marody. Marody in the left circle. Hits it back to Comfort at the point. Back to Marody. Marody to Tyler Mott. Shot in front of net. Looking for the redirect there was Warren. Unable to get it. Michigan going to retain possession. Good stop there by Comfort to keep the puck in play for the Wolverines. Cooper Marody with it as he comes to the left-hand circle. Almost a big rip shot from Kyle. Unable to redirect that one. Another rip shot from Comfort, and again looking for Warren on the redirect. Unable to get him. Comfort back to Marody. Marody back to Mott. Mott shot off by just a hair on the right. Comfort back at point. Hits it back to Marody. Marody with a shot. Nice small stick save there from Torien. As that puck is going to scoot all the way back to the Wolverine zone, allowing line changes for both. Kyle Connor coming up that left or that right-hand side for the Wolverines as Comfort gets it up to him. He's scooting in. He's going to work it around, trying to find someone to dump it off to. He does. He finds Werenski. Werenski coming up on the left-hand side. Rip shot far over to the left. That one scoots around. Niagara gets it out of their own zone. Booney Eves controls it in the neutral zone. Tony Calderon with it. Over to Dexter Danks on the close side. Nieves with it now. He was looking for Calderon. Goes through his legs and over to Conti. Puck going to scoot back into the Michigan defensive zone where Werenski's going to scoop it up, allowing for another Niagara line change. Werenski working up through center neutral zone now. Hands it over to Calderon on the left-hand side. Calderon in that left circle now. Passes it over. He was looking for Connor, but that one's going to ride the boards all the way back into the Michigan defensive zone where they're going to have a 2-on-1 opportunity on Werenski. They have a shot. That one scored! Goal for Niagara. That one's going to go to Longus, I believe, unless they wave it off.
That's Tanner Lomsness who cleaned up the business. Pietrobon skated in, had Lomsness open on the near side. instead opted for the shot when Werenski dove to take away the passing lane, created a rebound, and Lomsness on the doorstep, able to knock home a bouncing puck. I have no idea what they could be reviewing right now. Seemed like a pretty clearly
It
good
seemed
goal
like a
for
sound
me.
goal. However, a point has not gone up on the board yet. Referee discussing with Captain Matt Deneen in front of the penalty box where Nazca still sits.
Maybe a skate in the crease or something. I don't know what else could have been done to overrule this goal.
Head referee now going over to the scorer's table. They're going to watch the replay here. It looked like a sound goal. Not sure what they're, maybe who to credit it to.
Maybe it looked like Lomsness kind of whacked that one out of the air too. It was a bouncing puck after it ricocheted off of Steve Racine. So credit the young man Lomsness for being able to knock that one out of the air and into the back of the net. Lomsness yet to record a point this year. So Niagara probably not going to win this game, but that's at least a positive that they can take out of this one.
Minute 49 left on the clock here in the second period. Michigan up 5-0. The shot total now, it was 14-12 at the start of the second period. Michigan now up 28-18. Offensively dominant and clamping down on defense here in the second period. Two things that have credited the Wolverines with 2 more goals in this one. They now lead 5-0 over the Niagara Purple Eagles. Purple Eagles were looking for their first win of the season coming in here tonight. Doesn't look like they're going to get it as they have a 5-goal deficit to try and work over.
Yeah, perhaps they're looking over whether it was a kick to score that goal from Lomsness, because the puck did bounce off of Racine, and then we saw on a recent angle on the replay ricochet off of his leg back down to his stick. I thought he was able to tap it with his stick before it went in, and I think it's like...
It appeared so to me as well, but they're still looking at the replay down at the scorer's table. Nazca still sits in the box for the Purple Eagles. Both teams just kind of chillaxing at their benches for now, resting the legs for a minute. We're going to watch another replay angle here. It was deflected off the left pad of Racine and fell very nicely for Lomsness. And they do finally rule it a goal as Niagara gets themselves on the board. Credit the goal to Lomsness. And the first slip up from Steve Racine tonight, really not a bad one, just some tough luck as it deflected off that left pad.
Yeah, the real bad luck for the Wolverines is they were pinching down low for a power play, gave up a 2-on-1, and Niagara, unfortunately for the Wolverines, able to convert.
Face-off going to be won by Niagara, and Plouffe as Comfort unable to pull away for the Wolverines. Puck finds itself in Niagara's defensive zone, though. Going to be won away in the neutral zone by the Wolverines and Nick Boca. Puck going to work back to DeYoung in Michigan zone as that one's going to scoot all the way up. With a deflection, it's going to be a fair game puck as Kyle tries to get there. Kyle still working it in there, fighting for the puck in the offensive zone. Still a battle going on. Tyler Mott going to come away with it. He's going to come near hand side, tries for another short wraparound as it comes off the face of goal. Nice effort by Tyler Mott there. Going to go back to DeYoung at the point. DeYoung with a shot. Good pad save on a softie there by Torian. DeYoung loses the puck. Minute and 6 left here in the second period. Mott going to win it. He's going to have a 2-on-2 shot. He's just going to dump it off to that left-hand side as the puck works its way around. Edwards coming up with it. Now King for Niagara. They're going to lose possession as DeYoung going to work it. DeYoung working back around behind his own net. Edwards and King both fighting for it. King still working. Puck going to scoot back into the Niagara zone. Going to be brought back by Harper. Back over to Kovachis and Farmer. Purple Eagles still looking for an opportunity. That one's just going to be poked away. Ha ha ha, you silly man, says Steve Racine. But a shot for Harper in the crease goes wide right. Puck going to be won back by the Wolverines now. Ciccone up to Calderon. He was looking for Cooper Marody, unable to find him. Cutler Martin coming up that left-hand side, trying to wait for Warren to get back onside, and the second he does, rips a shot, Cutler Martin. That one going to be deflected off to the right. Warren back there with it for the Wolverines. And that's going to do it here in the second period. Michigan chalks up 2 more, but Niagara gets themselves on the board with a little over a minute left here in the second period. We're headed into the third period with a score 5-1 in favor of the Wolverines. Shots 30-19, also in favor of the Wolverines. Morris, did you see anything different in that period?
I thought the Wolverines looked better overall in that second period than they did in the first. Obviously not able to put away as many chances, but The Wolverines are looking good tonight. They're up 5-1. They deserve to be up 5-1 as we head into the third period.
Absolutely. We'll be back in just about 15 minutes again. We're going to turn the Nats up so you can enjoy the sounds of Yost, as we'll be back with third period action again, headed into the second intermission. Michigan leading this one 5-1 over Niagara. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan men's hockey.
Wasn't your best. Good sound. Better on color. I also didn't slow Yeah, you are not listening to WCBN. You should see that.
Hello and welcome back to WCBN FM Ann Arbor's live broadcast of Michigan hockey. We are rejoining you for the third period of this showdown between the Michigan Wolverines and the Niagara University Purple Eagles. I'm Morris Fabry. I'm play-by-play right now. Alongside me is Jeremy Parks, and the Wolverines have taken it to the Eagles. Kyle Connor scored 2 first-period goals. The Wolverines led 3-0 after 1 and have not let up since. They scored 2 in the second period, leading 5-1 over the Purple Eagles. What have you liked and disliked out of the Wolverines in this game so far?
Well, coming in the first period, the Wolverines were definitely allowing a lot of offensive pressure through their own zone, just out of lackadaisical play. And I think Red Berenson went into the locker room after that first period, really told them to clamp down. They were allowing a lot of easy opportunities just because of lazy play, and they've really cut down on that in the second period, improved their defensive play, which really in turn improved the offensive play. They've looked a lot more solid on all ends of the game through the second period, despite the fact that they only scored 2 goals and not 3 goals in that second period, and they let Niagara score a goal. That was more off of an unlucky deflection, and Niagara finally capitalized on what have been a lot of opportunities for them tonight. They've still got 19 shots on net, but the Wolverines definitely looked a lot more sound in that second period. They just have to keep in mind their opponent, not necessarily the most difficult people that they're going to be playing all season, and rightfully so. They are up 5-1.
Yeah, I have to agree with pretty much all of that. The goals on today's game, 2 for Kyle Connor, 1 for Justin Selman, 1 for Cooper Marody. The final one for the Wolverines credited to Tyler Mott on a deflection. 3 deflection goals for the Wolverines. On the other end, Tanner Lomsness with the 1 goal for the Purple Eagles. With about 1:10 to go till puck drop to start the third period, I've got to do my duty and give all of our plugs for the things we do at the station. Be sure to subscribe to not only this YouTube channel, but our secondary YouTube channel, WCBN Sports 2. If you want, you can go there and check out our call of the basketball game from earlier against Northern Michigan. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at WCBN Sports. Comment on our YouTube videos. We always love interacting with you guys. And also, if you want to hear us talk about more than just broadcast stuff, you can tune into the Daily Sports Report that airs Monday through Thursday on 88.3 FM Ann Arbor if you're in the area. If not, you can tune in at WCBN.org. That is Monday through Thursday, 6 to 6:30. Michigan students talking about stuff, not only Michigan, but from the wide world of sports. And also, if you get the time, be sure to check out on SoundCloud, Riding the Pine. Not exactly an official WCBN entity, but done by WCBN's own Dalton Pataki. Something definitely worth checking out. About 5 seconds before we get underway, the Wolverines going from left to right, Niagara going from right to left. On the ice for the Maize and Blue, Tyler Mott, JT Comfort, Alex Kyle, Zach Wierenski, and Michael Downing. On the ice for Niagara, Darian Plouffe, Luke Edwards, Sean King, and at the point, Matt Deneen, and on the other side of him, Kevin Patterson. Wolverines going from left to right. Comfort circling around, waiting for the refs to drop the puck in the center. The crowd's still packed here at Yost Ice Arena, waiting to watch the Wolverines play the final 20 minutes of what seems to be headed for a victory. They drop the puck, and Niagara wins the face-off. Back to Deneen, who dumps it into the Wolverine zone behind Racine. Downing tracks it down on the far side, flips it up ahead to Mott. Mott tried to get it to the ahead to Kyle in the neutral zone. He wins it, dumps it down low into the corner for Comfort. Comfort skating behind the net, holds on to the puck. Puck trickling out in front of the goalie, Perry N. Plouffe comes up with it, plays it up the right side to King. King dumps it beyond Downing. Edwards tracks it down in the far side corner, dumps down behind the net. And that was King who lost an edge. Playing it on the near side is Downing. It bounces up into the air. Deneen fighting with Comfort for it on the near side in front of the penalty box. Plouffe plays it into the Wolverines' defensive zone. Wierenski tracks it down. Now Downing across ice pass to Kyle. Kyle gains the zone up the near side. His backhand shot just lifted high. Rebound bounces around. It's handled by Nieves at the point. Fires a slap shot on net, and it is gloved by Guillaume Terrien.
Woo! Kyle took a big shot after that attempted backhander, flying into the boards. Coming in on the hit was Cesare. Took a big one there.
That was Nick Cesare, who has been one of the more solid defenders tonight for Niagara. Wolverines facing off in the left attacking circle, and Nieves wins it back to Saccone at the left point, back to Piazza at the point. Throws a pass off the backboards, bounces down Kyle Connor, picks it up, turns with it, skating, pass out in front. Didn't find a target, bounces off the boards and trickles down the ice. It's tracked down there by Sam Piazza in front of Steve Racine, showers him with a trail of ice. Two-line pass up ahead to Selman, who turns, dumps it into the zone. It's tracked down by Nick Kovacis. Plays it up the far side boards. Turning and passing it down the ice is Pietrobon, but he couldn't find a target. Boca picks up the puck in the Wolverines' defensive zone, plays it up to Connor. Connor off the boards, up ahead. Selman was offside and couldn't get to the puck anyway. Kovacis tracks it down. Skating forward is Kovacis. Kovacis skates to his left, cuts, dumps it into the Wolverine zone. DeYoung tracks it down, turns with it in the near side corner. Flips it off the boards, up the near side. Puck bounces off the skate of Calderon toward Marodi. Can't hang on to the puck there. Fighting for it at center ice, and now DeYoung playing it toward the far side. Knocked away by Lomsness, who one-handed dumps it into the zone. Boca tracks it down, plays it over to DeYoung, who throws it around the boards. And now Calderon picks it up on the near side. There was a soft pass into Niagara's zone. It's tracked down there by Patterson, who plays it over. Calderon picks it up to Warren behind the net. Now cutting out in front is Marodi. Can't get it around the side of the net. Now throws a pass out to Werenski at the point. Taking his time with it as Werenski dumps it off the boards. Looking for Calderon. Can't find it. Calderon turns with it. Tries to dump it back down low. Loses the puck. And Reneker dumps it back towards center ice. Downing picks up the puck. Plays over to Werenski. Quick pass up the right side to Calderon. Calderon into the circle. Throws a tough angle shot on net. Saved by Terrien. Puck bouncing around. Picked up by Edwards. Luke Edwards makes a cut. Gets across the blue line through the neutral zone. Dumps it into the Wolverine zone, chases it down into that near side corner. Edwards leaves it off for King. King cutting toward the net, tries a shot, had his stick lifted. Puck still bouncing around. Downing flicks it toward the far side corner. He's bodied up into the boards by Edwards, and coming up with the puck now is Nieves. Plays a quick 1-2 with Danks. Danks is passed out of the reach of Nieves. Werenski tracks down on the near corner, plays it up ahead to Nieves. Nieves couldn't find the pass, but the puck played right ahead to Schuart. Schuart gains the zone in the right circle, stops with it. Turns, passes back toward the point. Ciccone, a wrist shot. Blocked down, rebound loose. Danks, puck shot deflected into the slot. Bounces back toward the point. Danks picks it up, leaves it off to Ciccone. Ciccone skating down low. Down behind the net goes Joseph Ciccone. Plays it out to Nieves on the far side. Back to the point. Piazza, a wrist shot. Saved by Terrien. And that puck picked up by Muto, who flips it high down the ice. That one bouncing back into the Wolverine zone. No icing. Ciccone, a quick pass up the near side board. Danks. Danks flips it off the boards, tries to dump it into the zone. It's picked up instead by Keegan Harper. Harper a pass off the near side boards, looking for Kuhn. Kuhn couldn't handle it. Ciccone tracks it down in his own zone and flicks it down the ice. It'll be chased down in Niagara's zone by Keegan Harper. No icing. Quick partial change for the Wolverines as Ciccone checks out. Harper passes out in front of his own net. Finds Nick Farmer. Farmer down the near side, dumps it into the Wolverine zone. Mott trying to track it down along with Reneker. Farmer has the puck, plays it back to the right point. Kovacic, a shot, and he scores!
Beautiful shot by Kovacic, and good job by his wingers to get in there and blur the vision of Steve Racine. I don't think he saw that one until it was behind him.
That was Steven Pietrobon in front of the net for Niagara, but I think the goal will be credited to Kovacic with a rocket from the right point. Got it by Racine on that near post by his glove, and yeah, Racine just no reaction to that shot, totally screened. And it's a 3-goal game here with 15:53 to go in the third period. Reneker wins the face-off at center ice. Niagara plays the puck around, and Lomsness deflects it into the Wolverine zone. He and Boca fighting for it, tying each other up. And now a penalty will go for holding, I believe. And I'm not sure whether they're going to get Lomsness or Boca for that one. It looks to be Lomsness who is skating toward the sin bin. I think it could have gone against either of them, but it was Lomsness who initiated the physicality. And with 15:44 to go in the third period, the Wolverines on a power play.
Just going back to that goal a moment ago, you would hate that as the Wolverines just because Steve Racine hasn't really played all that well so far this season. Finally having a good night tonight, only let in one so far, and that's a demoralizing goal.
Off the power play, a goal for the Wolverines. Werenski takes the shot from the point, the rebound trickles loose, and it was Selman and another Wolverine, whom I believe to be Kyle Connor, whacking at it in front of the net. We're going to see who gets credited with the goal. The camera, above everything, focusing on Tony Calderon. On the replay, the faceoff went back to Werenski. Shot bounced loose. Calderon whipped at his first whack at it, and then his second try went into an open net as Terrien could not get across the crease in time.
Excuse me, I'm too busy providing commentary on the goal the Wolverines just let in. Meanwhile, Wierenski tripping me up on the other end.
Puck dumped down the ice by Niagara. Downing tracks it down 6-2. The Wolverines lead with 15:28 to go in the third period.
Great response.
Puck tied up on the near side boards. Lomsness fighting with Nieves. Loses the puck. Wierenski plays it toward the near board. Picked up by Sakoff. Throws a shot near the net. Ricochets wide up the far side boards. Patterson fights for it. And now Selman takes it off him. Nieves, a pass up ahead to Connor. Connor gains the zone into the slot. Shot in front. Deflected wide by Nieves. Throws another pass in front. And it's taken away by Niagara. Picked up by Lomsness. Backhands a pass toward the far side. And Reneker is just met at the center line by Downing. He is leveled. Loses the puck, and now going the other way with it is Deneen. Loses the puck at the blue line. Connor takes it off and plays a pass to the near side off the stick of Wierenski. Plouffe picks it up, takes it down low, dumps it behind the net to Edwards. Edwards back to the right point to Muto. Throws a shot on net, saved by Racine, and Connor picks up the rebound. Pass high off the near boards, bounces by a Niagara defender, Cecire, and into the zone, but Muto picks it up. Plays it to the far side to King. King tied up at the point by Calderon. Calderon fighting for it. King fighting as well. Puck trickles back towards center ice. Knocked back toward the zone by Piazza. And now picked up by Niagara in their own zone at the far side by Muto. Plays a pass diagonally up to Edwards. Tied up, and he is level in front of the penalty box from behind by Joseph Ciccone. And Ciccone will go to the box for that one. Edwards did not see the hit coming. And so the Wolverines will be on a 2-minute penalty kill here with 14:13 to go in the third period.
We saw another hit very similar to that earlier by Patrick Conti of Niagara. Can't hit a defenseless man when he's not looking like that, and that's going to send Ciccone to the sin bin every time. But how about that hit by Downing a moment ago in the neutral zone? Just an absolute wrecking crew coming through in on that hit.
Yeah, Reneker skating forward with the puck. Didn't see Downing coming, but Downing did his best to make sure he hit Reneker low in a less dangerous manner perhaps than his defensive counterpart than his defensive teammate Ciccone did on the recent penalty.
Just because they're up 4 goals doesn't mean they've let the intensity drop out of this one, which is good to see.
No, not at all. The Wolverines still playing with plenty of fire. It'll be De Jong, Comfer, Mats, and Boca on the ice for the Wolverines. A face-off in the left defensive circle. Puck won by Niagara. King dives with it, shovels it back toward Muto. Almost lost the puck. Cecire plays it toward his own bench. Mott picks up the puck, dumps it into the zone. It'll be tracked down in the near side corner by Cecire. Dumps it back behind his own net to Muto. Muto fighting with it against this Wolverines forecheck. Ladles it up ahead to Kuhn. Kuhn off the stick of Pietrobon into the zone. De Jong tracks it down, whacks at it. Farmer meets him in the far corner. Puck trickling around toward the near corner. And Boca tries to play it toward the point. Off the stick of Muto, who dives and prevents a breakaway for Comfort, flinging it across the ice. Niagara dumps it into the zone. Boca takes a whack at it, tries to get it clear. And now Mott picks it up, going one-on-one the other way is Tyler Mott. Now 1-on-2, gains the zone in the left circle and dispossessed of the puck by Keegan Harper, who had just come off the bench. Mott still fighting for the puck along with Vinny Muto now in that far corner. Muto wins it back for Harper behind his own net. 1:05 to go in the Ciccone penalty. Harper up the middle of the ice, skates toward the near side, dumps it into the zone. Puck whistling around the boards. Selman kicks it back to Downing, who flings it back down the ice, and Terrien will knock it down. 50 seconds to go now on the Ciccone penalty. Keegan Harper with the puck behind his own net. Skates up the middle of his own zone, plays it to the far side, now gets it back, plays it back to the near side to King, who knocks it into the zone. Pass off the boards, taken away by Cutler Martin and backhanded back out of the zone. 34 seconds to go on the Ciccone penalty. It's Kovacic just skating out of his own zone, giving it back to Harper. His pass up ahead, deflected up in the air toward the bench, and now Schuart takes it off of a man, Edwards, and then loses the puck. Warren over there to help him out, comes up with it for the Wolverines, just killing some time, killing the penalty. 15 seconds left. Puck being tied up in the far corner, and now coming out of the mess with the puck is Kovacic, who turns with it, sends it back toward the far side. Harper up ahead finds Plouffe. Plouffe gains his own in the left circle. His shot just high and wide. Puck bouncing along the boards. Deneen tries to keep it in, but unable to do so. Michigan back at full strength just as Niagara called for offside. 12-12 to go here in the third period. Michigan still with a 6-2 lead over the Purple Eagles.
I couldn't tell if that was a good penalty kill by the Wolverines or just a hapless attempt at a power play by Niagara. Couldn't have been more than 25 seconds of that power play spent in Michigan's zone by the Purple Eagles. And I'm no hockey coach, but you don't want to let the shorthanded team spend your entire penalty or power play in your own zone.
You know, with that kind of analysis, maybe you should be a hockey coach. Meanwhile, we're back underway here at Yost. On the far side of the ice, it's Sakoff sending it into the Wolverine zone. That puck tracked down near the corner. Puck bounces out toward the slot. A slap shot by Lomsness, blocked aside by the Wolverines. Puck little back in from the point. Kyle fighting Reneker forward at the near side. Lomsness comes out of there with the puck. Behind the net now is Piazza plays it up ahead to Kyle, who loses it toward the far side boards. Dank still struggling with it in his own zone. Tries to play it up the boards to Piazza. Cross ice pass to Kyle, who finally gets it away. Tried to center it up to to Comfort. Lost the puck though. And now a sloppy pass by Kyle, picked up by Deneen near center ice. Up to Kuhn. Kuhn couldn't handle the pass, and now a saucer pass up ahead to Kyle. Connor pokes it beyond his man, skating into the left circle. And the puck bouncing around, he never quite had control of it. It bounces back towards center ice where DeYoung handles. Across to Boca. Boca dumps it into the zone. It's whacked back forward by Cecere, and now Kuhn comes with it for Niagara. Gains his own. To the right side of Pietrobon. Turns, backhands. Tried to center it. Could not. Had his stick tied up by DeYoung. Puck now loose in the slot, poked away by Kyle Connor. Connor pokes it beyond another man. Now Kyle Connor across center ice. Connor into the zone up the left side. Pulls it back, tries a shot, but the puck was off his stick. Great stick work there by Cecere to knock it away. Pietrobon dumps it back toward the Wolverine zone. Boca tries a long pass. It's deflected ahead. Selman was offside, though, and he backs off the puck. Plouffe picks it up. Plays to the far side to Larry Smith. Now a pass up ahead to Plouffe. Had all kinds of open ice in front of him, but could not handle the pass. And it goes for icing. That pass by Larry Smith just out of the reach of Darian Plouffe.
Those Kyle Connor dangles are just a little too much for me. Absolute skill set that you can't teach.
A little too much for him, too, as he could not get the shot off.
That was just a good poke check on defense, though.
Really was. Now Werenski, a shot from the point, and he scores! Zach Werenski threw traffic right off the faceoff. Yet again, the Wolverines able to tally a quick one right off of the puck drop in that left side attacking circle, and Werenski just slotted that one into the top left corner. Nothing Terry Ed could do about it with all the traffic in front of the net. Even if there weren't the traffic, that one would have been tough to stop. Werenski a snipe from the point.
Beautiful shot by Werenski. Goal numero 7 on the night, a pretty one for the Wolverines. It's been absolute domination, though, Morris.
The Wolverines win the faceoff. Werenski's pass up through the legs of Calderon. Tracked down by Kovacic behind his own net. The Wolverines still forechecking hard. Puck back toward the near corner. Smith plays it up the near side boards. It's picked up by Reneker. Reneker gains his own soft shot on net, handled by Racine, who will hold on to it for a faceoff. 10:02 to go in the third period. Michigan now leads 7-2 over the Purple Eagles.
And it's not a very sound offensive strategy to only shoot from the point, but when you have a shot like Werenski had and you're able to guide that and angle it in such a way that it's as effective as Werenski is, I'd let him shoot from the point all day long.
Yeah, the Wolverines, it seems like 5 of their goals have come from that area. Meanwhile, Chad Catt in net for the Wolverines replaces Steve Racine.
Hey, what do you say, Chad Catt? Get a little time in between the bars there tonight.
Meanwhile, the Wolverines won the faceoff, played it up the far side boards. Nieves now throws it back out to the left point to Downing. His shot blocked aside. Puck fumbled around, and now Smith plays it off the near side boards up ahead. Werenski takes it away from Lomsness. Pass up towards center ice to Nieves. Ladles it to the near side to Schuart. Schuart cuts into the slot. Max Schuart, backhand shot saved by Terry Ed. Schuart tracks down his rebound. Danks back to Schuart behind the net. Schuart back to the point to Werenski on the right side. Werenski's pass off the backboards, bounces around, picked up by Pietrobon at the far side. Plays a diagonal pass to the near side to Reneker. Takes his time, dumps into the Wolverine zone. Tracked down there by Pietrobon, leaves it off to Ryan Kuhn. Kuhn bodied into the boards by Piazza, who plays it up ahead to Comfort. Comfort backhands it towards center ice, but that one knocked away by Deneen. Back behind the net where Chad Catt will pounce on it. Catt plays it up the far side to Mott. Mott across to Piazza. Piazza at his own blue line. His pass up ahead deflected by Farmer. Martin knocks it back to Piazza, who has it now in his own zone. Piazza across the blue line. Sam Piazza dumps it in. Puck bouncing around the boards. Comfort fighting with King for it. King comes up with the puck, bounces it off his own backboards. Puck trickling around to the near side where Deneen will shovel it back towards center ice. King going the other way with some speed. Tries to deke around Martin. Martin bodies him up and bodies him off the puck. Boca tracks it down into that far corner. Fighting now with it with Plouffe, and Mott comes out of the scrum with the puck. Mott across center ice on the far side. Turns, dumps it behind the net. Terrien will handle it. Flings it along the near side. Boca tracks it down, pinches, keeps it in, and now Mott fighting for it. Pass off the board to Alex Kyle. Kyle pass through the air back to the point. Gloved down by Boca. Over to De Jong. Back to Nieves. Tic-tac-toe pass to Selman. Selman couldn't handle it, and it's dumped out of the zone by Plouffe. And then De Jong turns and dumps it back down into the zone. Terrien takes his time with it behind his own net. Plays it over to Patterson. Patterson's pass up the boards. Taken away by Nolan De Jong. Back to Downing. Up ahead to Selman. Selman's pass up to Kyle Connor. Connor up the right side. Centering pass taken away by Sam Reneker. He turns with it, flings it up the boards to Lomsness. Lomsness gains the zone on the near side, pass to the center. Shot there by Muto, knocked down, but the rebound stays in the slot, and now Sackhoff with a shot, he scores. Just roofed it by Chad Catt. Some chaos after a deflection on the initial shot by Vinny Muto, and Niagara had about 4 guys in the slot while the Wolverines were turning to restart the offense up the ice, and Sackhoff with a wide open look, he'll bury that pretty much any time, as should any college hockey player.
Hell of a job by Muto to keep Downing off of the puck. Slammed him. Pretty hard body check into the boards. Kept Downing from trying to make a play on that one. And that allowed it to dribble over into the crease, which gave the pass to Sackhoff. I credit a lot of that to Muto for that purpose exactly. But tough for Chad Catt getting his first time in net, and he gives up an easy one with that open right-hand side.
Puck at the far point. Piazza throws a shot on net, deflected aside. Kovacic picks it up, plays it up ahead. And now up the left side is Kuhn. Kuhn gains the zone, skates with it. Backhands it back to Farmer. Tried to backhand it toward the slot. Calderon doesn't know where the puck is, and now Farmer turns and shoots, but it's blocked down there by Piazza. Tony Calderon going the other way for the Wolverines. Dumps it into the zone. Fighting for it at the point with Harper. Calderon wins it back, pass toward the slot. Picked up, shoveled toward the net by Brendan Warren, but saved there by Guillaume Terrien.
Warren tried to find that 5-hole, it looked like, unable to do so. Trying to go under the bridge, but the bridge was closed to visitors today.
6:57 to go in the third period, and it seems like a lot of shots that are put on net are going in, but we've seen 64 shots between the two teams today, 40 in favor of Michigan, 24 in favor of Niagara. Niagara has scored 3 times. The Wolverines a hefty 7. Wolverines with a 7-3 lead in their only game this weekend here against the Purple Eagles after a bye week. Do you see any adjustments the Wolverines have made over the course of that bye week heading into this game?
I want to say the defending lockdown, but then I have to go back and look at the first period where it really was about where it was at against Robert Morris. Niagara simply lacked the firepower to take advantage of those opportunities early that Robert Morris capitalized on 2 weekends ago. I would have to say that between the first period and second period is really when that began to shape up. It's no secret that this team is capable of scoring goals as they were last season, but at the same time you have to take into account the fact that goals don't win you championships. The defense that keeps the other team out of your net is what wins you those championships, and Michigan's going to have to continue to lock down defensively if they're going to be able to do that.
Selman faces off against Plouffe as Jeremy finally concludes his color commentary just as the face-off goes off. King,
was that a jab?
It was a jab. King dumps it into the zone, tracks it down behind the net. 5 bodies down there. Boca comes out with the puck, plays it up the near side to Schuart. Schuart tries to clear the puck. It's picked up at the point by Muto. His shot blocked by De Jong, and now a pass off the Michigan bench boards. Picked up by De Jong, plays it to the near side to Schuart. Schuart up the ice to Selman, backhands it over to Schuart. Schuart into the circle, tried to backhand and pass to the slot. Puck picked up, Selman fights for it, it trickles to the other side, and Schuart fights for it, loses out to Muto, who flips it up ahead to Lomsness. Lomsness skates through traffic toward the near side, toward the circle, tried to throw a pass out front. Werenski deflected to this side, and Werenski tracks down the deflection, picks up the puck, skates out in front of his own net. Zach Werenski to the near side to Schuart. Schuart backhands it into the zone. Kumper fighting for it with Sackhoff. Sackhoff comes up with it, plays it back toward his own net. Patterson flings it off the board down the ice. On the far side, Downing. Diagonal pass up ahead to Kyle. Kyle gains the zone, holds on to the puck. Back to Kumper. Kumper, a quick shot. Saved by Terrien. And the puck cleared back toward Michigan's blue line. Saccone tracks it down, sends it into the zone. and that will go for icing. An unwise pass by Joseph Ciccone, as the Wolverines offensive players were all still across that offensive blue line, so they had to choose to either touch the puck and be offside or let it go for icing. They chose to let it go, and it was icing here with 5:38 to go in the third period.
Still struggling with puck possession, these Wolverines, in terms of both in the offensive end and the defensive end. Another thing that's going to need to shape up in the coming weeks.
Farmer wins the faceoff, but Kyle picks it up for the Wolverines, stops on a dime at center ice, cross ice pass to Mott. Mott tries to weave through some defenders, puck loose in the slot, but it's cleared away by Kovacic. Back toward the left point. Martin tracks down, plays it down to Comfer. Comfer skates back toward the point, back to Martin. Throws a shot on net, deflected, saved by Terrien. But Tyler Mott was taken down in front of the net off the puck, and that's going to be a penalty against the Niagara Purple Eagles. With 5:19 to go in the third, the Wolverines will be on yet another power play. Nick Kovacic to the sin bin.
And it's really helpful to score 7 goals when you go on this many power plays in one night. Again, my expertise in hockey tells me that if you've got more men out on the ice, you're probably going to do better.
And you got to imagine Kyle Connor will be hunting for that hat trick, as he is out there along with Nieves, Selman, DeYoung, and Boca. Puck one back to DeYoung at the left point. Back down to Nieves, back to DeYoung at the left point. Across to Boca at the right point. Boca down to Connor on the right wing. Connor stops, tried a cross ice pass to Nieves. It's deflected back to DeYoung, who plays it across to Connor in the right circle. Back to the point. Boca tried a one-timer. Didn't get much on it. It was picked up by the Purple Eagles, who flick it down the ice. Phil Naska got the takeaway and got the change. Now Connor streaking the other way with some speed into the left circle. Lost it off of his stick. Found it again. Dumped it behind the net. Lomsness fights Selman for it. It's picked up. Puck bouncing around now behind the net. Connor tripped up, falls down. They're fighting for it in the near corner. It's played back behind the net to Patterson, who flicks it around the boards, down the ice, not out of the zone. Brilliant save there by DeYoung, down into this near corner, and I guess it wasn't a brilliant save there by Nolan DeYoung, as they're going to get the Wolverines for offsides.
That was a real close play there. Good effort by DeYoung. I thought he kept it onside.
The puck was bouncing, and he really had to skate with some speed toward that board, those boards in front of the Niagara bench, just to knock it down and then fling it back into the zone, but apparently it made its way out. Niagara wins the faceoff, dumps it down the ice. 1 minute and 4 seconds to go on the Kovacic penalty. 4:19 to go in the game. Werenski across the zone blue line, pass up to Downing. Downing dumps it down low, puck going around the boards toward Warren. Warren bodies up Cecere, fights for the puck, plays it down to Marodi. Marodi behind the net, skates back out toward that left circle, pass back toward the right point to Werenski. Werenski handles, dumps it down to Warren, back to Werenski, over to Downing. Downing toward the middle, back to Werenski. A one-time shot is blocked by Farmer. Werenski grabs his own rebound, 30 seconds to go on the power play. Downing a shot deflected high and over the boards, out of play. 3:47 to go in the third period, 28 seconds to go on the Michigan power play. 7-3 Michigan leads this game, and both sides get a line change.
Niagara doing a much better job on this power play of getting in front of the Wolverines. Those forwards pushing up a lot further than they were in previous power plays, putting more pressure on those pucks at the point and forcing the Wolverines to make some quicker decisions, not hanging back as far as they were, clustering up in a bunch of 4 as they were on previous power plays.
Wolverines win the power play. It's Piazza dumping it down low to Nieves, plays it back to the left point to Piazza, sends a pass across to Ciccone. Ciccone down to Stewart. Stewart in the right circle, backing toward the corner, pass across to the left point to Piazza. Piazza down to Nieves on the left side, back to Piazza at the point. Piazza back to Nieves. Nieves taking his time with his puck, sends it out in front, looking for Danks. Danks can't hold on to the puck, and now going the other way is Kevin Patterson. Penalty over for the Niagara Purple Eagles as Patterson dumps it down low. Nieves picks it up. Now Piazza across ice pass to Danks. Danks at the right point tries a soft touch pass over to Nieves, who tracks it down, sends it out in front. Ciccone, a shot just goes wide. Now Piazza pinches down, keeps him in the zone, dumps it behind the net to Stewart. Stewart loses the puck. Danks picks it up. Danks and Stewart fighting for it behind the Niagara net. Now the puck trickling back toward the left corner. Danks and Patterson fighting for it. Patterson wins it up ahead to Plouffe. Plouffe tries to get it out of the zone. Ciccone keeps it into Comfer. Comfer, a backhand pass across to Piazza. Found its way to the wrong side of the blue line. The Wolverines have to get back out of the zone. Larry Smith with the puck. 2:38 to go in the third period. Smith pass off the near boards up to Edwards. Edwards turns backhanded. It's intercepted by Mott. Mott going into the left circle. A hard wrist shot from the left circle is gloved by Terry Ed. He got way more on that shot than he had any right to. He had a body in his face, too. Almost a fantastic goal there for Tyler Mott.
Placed it really well, came outside, back inside, forced a good glove save there from Terry N.
2:29 to go in the third period. Michigan out shooting Niagara 43-24. And at this point, both sides just playing out the string. And I got to say, before the game, I was hoping that Red Barrington would approach this game with an innovative mind. I mentioned on Thursday's Daily Sports Report that I thought he might want to come out with nobody in net because the Wolverines have not allowed a goal with nobody in net all season. He went with Racine. To his credit, Racine only gave up 2, but still not in line with the Wolverines' averages when they go with nobody in net.
That hot take, Morris.
So this game, not a win for innovation, but probably a win for the Wolverines.
Trigger warning, Morris has some hot take opinions.
Come for the face-off win. Now DeYoung, a slapper from the point. Saved by Terry N. Backhanded up the boards. DeYoung has it at center ice. Slaps it into the zone. Terry N plays it behind his own net. At the far side, it's Harper playing it over to Pietrabon to the near side to Kuhn. Kuhn gains the zone, fighting with the puck, skating toward the slot. Puck bouncing around. Kyle levels Kuhn, and the puck bounces out back toward center ice. A perfectly legal hit there for Alex Kyle. Keegan Harper dumps it into the Wolverine zone. It goes all the way around the boards and back behind the Niagara net from the sheer force of Keegan Harper's slapper. Now, Mott with the steal on the forecheck in the far corner, turns with the puck, backhands it back to Marodi. Marodi turns with it, ladles it back toward Calderon in the left circle. Calderon skating, turns with it, goes toward the slot, backhands, forehand shot saved by Terrien, who swallowed up the space, and now a rebound. Warren a shot, Terrien way out of the crease to make the save. Now Sackhoff going the other way with it. Gives it up to Cecere. Cecere dumps it into the Wolverine zone. Off the backboards, Lomsness plays it over to Zakoff, loses the puck, and now going the other way with some speed is Marodi. Marodi up the middle, tries to get around his man. Puck ricochets back to Warren. Warren throws it into the slot, no one there for the Wolverines. And now a clearance attempt, whacked away. Marodi cross-ice pass, and a sliding save by Guillaume Terrien. Tony Calderon wide open with the one-timer from the left slot, and Terrien denies him here with 1:06 to go in the third period. And if nothing else, that is a moral victory for the Niagara Purple Eagles.
Guillaume Terrien can head back to the locker room tonight knowing he made one of the best saves we've seen yet this season. Came across the face of goal. How about it?
Had some room on the left side of the net, too. Nieves wins the faceoff back to Downing. Down to Selman in the left corner. One-time shot by Connor right into the body of Guillaume Terrien. Connor searching for that third goal with 58.7 seconds to go in the third period.
Michigan hungry for one more before they get out of here tonight.
8's a good number. It's 2 cubed. It's
the
4
Ocho.
times 2. It's got a lot of prime factors. Nieves will face off against Plouffe. Plouffe wins the face-off. Puck bouncing around, still in the Wolverines attacking zone. Plouffe picks it up, going across center ice along the right side. Skating toward the center, cuts toward the middle, tripped up, and that'll be a penalty against the Michigan Wolverines. Plouffe weaved through a couple of Wolverines defenders, and I think it's going to be Michael Downing, if I'm not mistaken, heading to the penalty box for the Wolverines. Though I very well may be mistaken.
An unnecessary penalty, too. It's going to end this game on a power play for Niagara. And, yep, it's Downing skating towards the sin bin there.
The man in the penalty box courteously holding the door open for Michael Downing.
What a kind gentleman.
Who says chivalry is dead? Face-off one back to the right point to Kovac's, over to Harper. Harper passes it down low to King. King in the left circle, back to Harper at the left point, across to Kovac's. Kovac's fakes a shot, back to Harper at the point. Harper tries a shot, saved by Chav Cat. And now Comfort tries to deflect it forward, it's kept in by Kovac's. And now Selbin whacks at it. Kovac's handles at the right point, back to Harper in the middle. Down low to King, pass deflected by Martin. Picked up, and now Harper across to Kovac's, fakes a shot. Down low to Edwards. Edwards tries to center it. It's deflected behind the net to King. Centering pass now. Off the skate of Edwards. Plays it back, and a shot by Kovac's blocked by Comfort. And Cutler Martin will dump it down the ice. Terrien knocks it aside. Comes out of his crease to save it with 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. Plouffe turns with the puck. Can't get a shot off, and that will do it here from Yost Ice Arena. The Michigan Wolverines take home a 7-3 victory. Still a minute 11 to go on the Michael Downing penalty. Maybe they'll have to roll that one over the next time these two teams play.
I think that's how it works.
That might be how it works, but it's not going to affect Michigan this season. This season, they'll just be happy to walk away with a W, a 7-3 win. Pretty dominant over the Niagara Purple Eagles. Any last thoughts, Jeremy? Who's your player of the game today?
Player of the game got to be Kyle Connor. Notched himself two. Should have very well had himself a hat trick with a couple more shots in the crease later on in the evening, but an absolute offensive force. He's got the dangles. He's got the snips. He's got it all. He's got that beautiful cabbage right out the briar patch, and Kyle Connor is going to be a force to be reckoned with this season as the Wolverines notch another victory, but pretty much what was expected against a winless Niagara team.
I'm not sure how much of what you said was English, but I'm going to be generous to the man between the pins and give my player of the game award to Steve Racine. He put on a heck of a first period back when the game was still in doubt. Led up a couple goals that weren't really his fault, but really a solid effort from the Wolverines netminder, and maybe something that he can use to bolster his confidence going forward into future games. Connor, a heck of a game. I thought JT Comfort was excellent. Just a solid all-around team performance as the Wolverines take this one home.
Absolutely. Agree 100%.
Well, that'll do it, though, for WCBN FM Ann Arbor's broadcast of Michigan hockey here from Yost Ice Arena. Thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to tune in to the rest of our broadcast this weekend. We're going to leave you with a good night and a Go Blue.
Go Blue.